Hey guys.
Well, I hope not.
I know like 3 more. There's at least 3 more in my town.
Uh-oh.
It was a packed hour.
Dude, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It was a bit too much.
Yeah, it was way, They need to tone it down a little bit. Tone it down, boys.
3-day reveal is what we need now. It's like 30 minutes a day, just so you can the old people can take it in.
Oh, it was a lot.
Honestly,
it was a lot.
within the first 15 minutes, I was like, this has been better than I expected the whole hour to be.
We were saying, we'll talk about it once we're actually recording the show. But yes, we were saying the same as that. Gene and I, we're done. Like, this is good. We're fine.
Yeah.
Great.
Hey guys, I'm an idiot. I don't know how, but I asked my mic is muted on the stream, so that was fun. Nobody heard what I said.
Oh, cool.
I basically said how awesome the direct was. Welcome to the stream.
And then we have friends with us.
And we have friends with us. Sergio from It Came From a Box and Jeff Droidvania. But you guys could hear them, but you couldn't hear me. That's my bad. I'm running on 5 hours sleep tonight, and I've been at this chair since 7 in the morning, my time.
Oh yeah.
So
I took a nap.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I didn't take a nap.
The world was
sleep.
wide awake at what was it? 8? 8 Eastern?
8 Eastern, yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Oh wait, no, 9. It's 9 Eastern.
At 9 Eastern.
Yeah.
8
was 9 Eastern. Okay. Well, everyone was ready at 8 though.
Yeah.
We had to be waiting an hour.
Yeah, you streamed it as well, didn't you, Sergio? Right?
What?
You streamed?
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, definitely, yes.
Yes, you were one of the ones I jumped to whenever everything started messing up. I'm like, oh my God, is it our stream? What's happening? And I thought, YouTube, like yours is one I clicked. I was like, no, it's fine there. It's fine. Or, no, it's not fine there. It's not us. It's them. We're good.
That was crazy, by the way. That was like what, like 20? It felt like 20 minutes, but it was like what, 5 minutes or something?
It was a big chunk. Yeah.
I don't even know if it was 5.
Cyberpunk 2077 was there that we didn't see.
Oh yeah.
And Final Fantasy 7.
I just saw a pop-up of it.
Yeah, Final Fantasy 7 too. So
that's huge.
Oh yeah, it didn't help.
I wonder if they get their
Final
money
Fantasy
back.
thing was the guy speaking in Japanese, and I
Yeah.
imagine there was going to be subtitles that we were going to read.
I just happened to hear him say Final Fantasy. I was like,
Final Fantasy.
Got it.
Final Fantasy. I'm like, yep, I got that.
There it is.
Yep.
Yeah. It was good. Hey, hi everybody in the chat.
Welcome.
Samantha's here. Hello, Joey. Hello.
Appreciate you guys. How we
Mr.
doing
Smith,
out there?
How are you?
Matthew Duncan.
Mad.
Coffees with Games. Samantha, the one and the only Samantha.
Full Metal Knee.
Full Metal. What's
You
up?
have no voice.
I know. I'm a freaking idiot, man.
It's okay. You did fine.
I don't know how I muted that. Whatever. So yeah, man, dude. My God. Can we just watch the clip now and then we'll show it again later?
Sure. Do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Let's get those takedowns in early.
Yeah. I'm gonna pull up here. It's gonna look weird because I don't have a scene for all 4 of us for to show the window on the stream. It's gonna look weird on the stream, but just ignore that camera below me. It's that's the weird camera. But we're gonna.
Oh, it's fine. All of us are right there. It's perfect.
Yeah.
I just gotta like move way over here.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, it kind of does work. Actually, it does work if you move to the other direction.
It's this side.
Yeah, it does work.
Oh, there it is. We're good.
So let's watch this.
Perfect.
You guys have it queued up on your end? I was trying to share my screen, but it's weird.
I can see the stream. I mean, I've seen it. I watched it.
I know you were there, but I want you guys to hear it too, because like it's a audio, as much as the audio is a visual experience as well. I'm still not fully recovered from what we saw this morning. So yeah, here we go. I'm gonna play this clip, and we're just gonna enjoy this for a couple minutes while we filter in some more people coming in. Here we go.
What do we got?
Give me. Do it.
When the Zonarchs descended from the heavens,
Oh my
joined
God!
hands with the Hylians who dwelled on the surface. Their union
I'm a grown
led to
adult.
great and prosperous
I saw you grabbing that mic.
Both hands
But in
too.
time,
Pressing war. No
evil
fucking
arose.
way.
A war
I'm
was
still in
fought to
disbelief,
vanquish this
in case you
evil,
were curious out there.
one which future generations would call the
Oh
imprisoning
my
war.
God, dude!
I had a lot of those quiet moments too, where it's just like,
Perhaps
Yeah.
you truly have traveled
Don't
back
screenshot
in
this.
time.
Holy sh!
So that's Hyrule Castle? Then
Oh
Thanks.
my god!
must mean this
Thanks,
really
Mega Void.
is the past.
What's happening?
British Cell does the best.
Look at that!
This music
Yeah, we're
slaps.
a little
Holy
excited.
shit! I'm going to
No
cry!
fucking way.
I'm going
Oh
to
my
cry!
god! I can't believe they're actually.
Did you guys
doing
play
this.
Dynasty Warriors when you were little?
I'm literally crying.
No. The only reason I like that
You
series at
called
all is
this,
because
dude.
they started putting Zelda in it.
Yep. Me too.
Yeah.
It's the only
Oh my
ones I play.
God.
Call it the imprisoning war. Age of imprisonment.
Fuck you, Nintendo! Fuck you! Why did you take my name?
Oh my
I have
god!
to.
All right. There's I was crying. I legitimately wept. Like I had a whip quiver. A lip. I said it again. Lip
A whip.
quiver.
Like, what is
His
a
whip-
a
his
whip
was
quiver.
quivering.
I had a whip quiver. No, I had a lip quiver. I thought there was a moment where I'm like, oh no, like I'm about to lose it. Like I'm gonna start actually crying, like audibly. I didn't. I reeled it back in, but fortunately
hit
I was
my
standing
elbow.
when I did that, and the camera didn't even catch my quiver. So yeah, but it happened.
I hit my elbow on the desk. It's so hard, dude.
And I permanently messed up my boom arm, as you can see. After that episode that I had, I can't get it to stay where I want it to be anymore. So yeah, that's fun. You're gonna see me messing with this all night.
Just you need to put a little weight on it or something. You need a little extra weight.
Yeah, it's yeah. This is what we got. Yeah, that was the most fun I've ever had at a reaction in the moment, and then watching it about 15 times, now 16 times after. Yeah, that was fun. That was wow. Oh, hey, Joey Pitts, thanks, man. He's the leader of the bunch. You know him well. He's finally back to kick some tail. DK Donkey Kong? Donkey Kong.
I like
Conky.
Conky a little
Who is
more.
Donkey
Yeah,
Kong?
me too.
That's his
Donkey
cousin. His cousin.
Kong. Donkey Kong and
Dude,
Donkey
yeah,
Kong.
that game. We're gonna talk about it, obviously, but dude,
Conky Dong.
Yeah.
that game.
Don't say that when I got
looks
stuff in my mouth.
amazing. That looks so good.
Yeah,
Oh
it really
yeah,
does.
that looked incredible. I love how it's like it has that kind of like Mario Odyssey vibe to it, you know, like that same.
Yeah.
We
engine.
thought it was Mario. We
Yeah.
were like, dude, it's Mario.
I
It's
thought it was
Mario.
Mario too
Yeah.
for until he shows up like out of the hole in the wall or whatever. Like
Yeah.
I thought it was Mario.
Well, there
Until he
was
saw the
one little
silhouette.
scene. There was one little scene before that where you could see some monkeys in the background doing something. I was like, no, there's monkeys. It's monkeys. It's Donkey Kong. It's Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
That was the only thing that threw me. Yeah, we were actually talking about that too. We'll get into it later, but
We
yeah,
got it.
it looked very
Flea has a
Mario-ish.
question in the chat. I don't think Flea remembers or knows how big of a Zelda fan we are. But Flea asks, were you excited because you love Warriors games? Or because prediction was vindicated? Because, yeah, that's the other thing, too, Sergio and Jeff. I'm Jeff, I'm sure knows. He's been here. He's always in the live chat. But, Sergio, I predicted that game was going to come out like 2 years ago. Like, basically,
Yes,
as
we
soon
talked
as,
about that,
as,
like,
soon,
it's happening.
as soon as Tears of the Kingdom was out and we heard, like, the Prison War story like 18 times in the game, I was like, there's no way they're just going to, like, talk about talk about this imprisoning war and never show any of the battles at all. Like, I'm like, there's a no doubt in my mind it's coming. And I just was like, at some point. And
Yeah, I
it's
think you
finally
talked about
here.
it in our spoiler review. I think that's
Dude,
when you brought it up the
yes.
first time.
Yes.
Do you guys remember what I said the first time I came on here? Remember about the price?
No, but remind
no,
us.
but tell me now.
I guessed it, guys. I was like, I think it's
$449?
gonna be pretty high, and you guys are like,
Yeah.
no.
No,
Here we
yeah.
go.
400. I was like, it's got to, because I was like, it's got to be 400. It's got to
Yeah.
be.
Yeah.
Drip and I were wrong about that up until yesterday. Like when we did our predictions video yesterday, we were still wrong about that. I was like convinced it was
Oh yeah,
$399.
I was still convinced. Yeah, well, we'll get into that.
I thought so too.
Yeah.
We should just
If
start.
no-
We should just start.
We could. Yeah.
We're
yeah.
like already into the conversation. Let's just go.
I predict this might be a longer one, so we should just get started before, so
Yeah.
we're not wasting too
All
much
right,
time.
Music is down. Go for it.
Do I
Guys,
have
if you're in here, make sure you like the stream. It helps push it out to other people.
Indeed. What is
And,
that?
Keep talking in the chat. If we see something cool, we'll probably read it.
Indeed. I gotta delete something real quick. My OBS. I forgot to set this scene up properly. I'm a professional.
Yeah, you are.
There we
You're
go.
so awesome.
All right, we're gonna.
You're like the most professional I've ever seen.
Yes, this intro music. You're not gonna hear it, guys. Just FYI. It's probably weird to hear me just press a button and then hear nothing. But okay, here we go.
We trust you.
Welcome everyone to the German G Podcast. I'm your host Uncle G, and with me is host of Media Gaming, Sergio AM from It Came From a Box, and Jeff Troidvania. Record this podcast every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Listen to this podcast on Apple, Spotify, or anywhere you listen to podcasts. Also, become a member of this podcast, get extra podcast content every single month. Forgive me for lacking a certain little bit of energy because we've been alive. We've been alive for a long time. Well, we've been awake since this morning when Nintendo graced us with this Nintendo Direct, and then I proceeded to make like 2 clips in a short, and then
Praise Nintendo.
be tired, and
Woo!
then edit a drip video, and yes, lots of things happened today. I'm a little tired, but my enthusiasm is the same as this clip, which we're going to watch right now, because I almost forgot that we were going to play this at the beginning of the show. I want to bring this is the Jeep that you should remember, not the Jeep who's tired tonight. It's the Jeep this morning.
Just remember this guy was here earlier.
Yeah,
So gave it everything he had.
yeah, we're gonna play this clip for you guys, so enjoy. Koei Tech.
Koei Tecmo.
Give me,
Oh, what do we
give me,
got?
give me, do it.
When the Zonai descended from the heavens,
Oh my
joined
God!
hands with the Hylians who dwelled on the surface. Their union led
It's
to
your
a great
game,
and
team!
prosperous
It's
kingdom.
your game. That mic is very suggestive.
But in time,
Wrestling
a
war! No
terrible evil
fucking
arose.
way!
A war was fought to vanquish this evil, one which future generations would call
If you're watching, please ignore my
Oh
thigh.
my God, dude! It's a good thigh. Great thigh.
Perhaps you truly have traveled back in time.
America's thigh.
Oh man, I almost said
Holy
that too. Love that.
So that's Hyrule Castle? Then
Oh my God,
that must mean this really is the past.
what's happening, dude? Look at that!
I can edit that clip for you if you want. I'm gonna add graphics.
You do whatever you want, man. Do whatever you want.
Holy shit! I'm going to replace that mic with an egg.
You can have it. You can have it.
I can't believe they're actually doing this.
You make it the
I'm literally
uncensored
crying.
version.
Just blur it. Just blur it.
You called this, dude. Yeah, you don't do it.
Yeah,
yeah.
Blur it.
Oh
Oh
Every time I grab that mic, I gotta blur it because it's suggestive.
Call it the imprisoning war. Age of I will say though, we can start it off with this.
Yeah. Okay. We're back in here.
This game, I know there was a lot of stuff. We're gonna go over a lot of it. The console's awesome. Everything it does is great. That was my highlight of everything. I'm so excited for that game. I just want that story. I don't even like those Warriors games that much at all. But like, I play the Zelda ones because I want the story.
I can't lie. I gotta tell you guys the truth. That was all a facade. I'm not real. That was fake. That
So
was
you're a faker.
that was performative. I'm not a Zelda fan at all. I actually really was more excited for that weird little. I'm sorry, not weird. That really cool, interesting, not free pack-in game that Nintendo
Not
is
a
selling
pack-in.
you. That's not whatever that. It looked like Miiverse on steroids or something. I don't know.
No, it didn't. It
That
looked like
game was
Miiverse
that was the highlight
from-
of this direct. Not this. I'm fake. Yeah, it was fake.
It has that Clubhouse 51 games, like what look, art design, or whatever it
Yeah,
is.
that
Like very
aesthetic. It's like-
architectural,
Yeah.
dead
What is
inside.
with that? Yeah, let's go there. What's with that? How is that a game that they think people are actually going to want to buy? It's literally a tutorial.
Yep.
For the Switch too, and they're going to sell it.
No, it's
I wonder how
crazy.
much
And
it's going to be.
oh, dude, I think it's gonna be like $30. I think that's like the low
crazy.
price. I think that's the low price for Nintendo now. It's $30.
That-
It
that-
should
But
be
also-
$5. It should be free.
Did you guys? Do you guys have a PS5?
Mm-hmm.
So did you guys play Astro's Playhouse?
Yeah.
That's what it is, right? Dude, that was awesome. That's the way
Yeah.
you showcase your console. And
Yeah.
Nintendo was the one who did this to begin with Wii Sports. So
Yeah.
now we're to this point, which is really confusing. But there's still time. There's still
Yeah.
time. They can revert.
They can. They
Yeah.
can. Well,
They
and I know
won't. They
Wii
won't.
Sports, they won't, but Wii Sports was a thing. Wii Sports was actually only packed in the US, if I'm not mistaken. And
Oh, I didn't know that.
Reggie had to fight for that, from what
I saw a tweet of that confirming
understand.
that later or earlier today. I saw a tweet.
Like, he had to fight for that to be a pack-in game because Nintendo didn't want to do it, and he ended up winning, and it was a pack-in in the US. So they don't like doing that. You can see clearly by what they're doing with this game. That's insane.
This game
that
has
they're going to sell this.
This game,
Yeah.
We obviously have not seen enough of this game yet, but I do believe it's got to be $19.99 or even like $15.99, like a Kirby buffet, dream buffet situation.
Dude,
Like
it better be $5.
It was like 15. Like, there's no way who in their right mind is going to pay $30 for a tutorial?
We will. We are.
I'm
That's
not.
what's gonna happen.
Hell no, I'm not. Yeah, listen,
We're gonna make content on it.
They're
Dude.
taking I'll make content of other people's content who
Speed
bought
run.
it.
You have to speed run.
Work
it, dude.
harder,
Well,
not
that's actually- now
work
that would be
smarter,
good
not harder,
content there.
Sergio. Work smarter, not harder. I'll just watch somebody else play and then have my own opinions about it.
Speed run the tutorial game.
No,
Ooh.
no.
I
They're
love
they're
that,
taking
actually.
$550, including tax, dollary dues from me already. There is no way I'm giving them $20 more, $30 more dollars for this tutorial. Like, no, I'm good.
One thing that I do appreciate about it is that it made me like 1-2 Switch so much more. Remember that when it came out? I was like, this is weird, this is odd, but compared to this, dude, I think that game's great now. And I still didn't buy it. So
yeah, 1-2 Switch is a masterpiece compared to what we've seen of this game. I mean, what else did they show that was kind of a smaller thing? What was the other thing that was kind of like a hardware explainer showcase game? What was the game? The wheelchair basketball game.
Yeah.
drag something?
Yes. I'm gonna try to skip forward to that in my thing here. But yeah, that game.
That one.
Yeah, go ahead, Jerp.
I'm okay, and this kind of goes into like what the hardware is and what it does and stuff. I still feel like I love the mouse thing. Like, I think it's really cool, and I think it's going to be awesome for certain applications. But I just like, how many times are you going to be there with your handheld console? Be like, oh, I have a table. Let me set all this up so I can play this game. Where I have a table you basically have to have a table to do that stuff. And I mean, but Jeep did say this earlier. There's probably a way to play it without those controls, probably just like dual sticks and then a button, which, okay. But like, you have to be in a certain environment for this to work correctly, which it worries me a little bit.
There's a lot there. There's a lot there. For example, I love gaming mice. I used to review them. There's so much that go into gaming mice. And like, one is the sensor, right?
Mhm.
So we don't know what kind of sensor is in there, but at the price of the console, I hope it's a decent one. And the problem too is that what kind of a sensor is it? Like, can you use it on on all kinds of surfaces, glass surfaces, textured surfaces, all that
Your
stuff?
leg.
Yeah, your leg.
Yeah.
Hopefully you can, because I think that's what most people will have as the accessible thing to use.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hoping the leg. I'm
Somebody,
hoping the leg
needs
works.
to make a Velcro leg mouse pad.
Well, I mean,
One of these accessory companies.
you
needs to
ever
make
heard of
that.
a lap desk, Drip? Ever heard of a lap desk?
Yeah, they got like the flat top,
piece
little
of
bean
plastic.
bags. on the
Yeah,
bottom.
exactly. Yeah, I think a lap desk is a nice little
Yeah, I
5
had
and
one of those when I
below
was
$20
6.
purchase. Get a lap desk.
I guess, but still, like, you taking that with you on the bus?
I'm not playing those games on the bus. That's
Somebody might want to. That's what I'm
I'm
saying. Like,
exclusively playing this on the bus.
that's it. Only
Which,
on
in
the
fact,
bus.
in fact, I don't take a bus normally. I'm gonna find a way
You're gonna go to a
take
bus. You're gonna
just so I can.
Dude,
play it
that's the
on
new
bus.
series, Jeff on the Bus.
Jeff on
Yeah.
the bus.
Yeah,
Dude, you can
I'd
start
watch
like,
it. I'd watch it.
IRL streaming it and everything. It'd be great. I love that, actually. It's good.
Also,
idea. We're coming up with all
another thing
kinds of
about-
good content ideas tonight.
The other thing about it too that I keep forgetting is that, like, you normally use the mouse and you have your keyboard on for your left hand, right? Using two at the same time is just really weird. It's just, I don't know how that's going to play out outside of that game. And also that game yells tech demo that someone said, you know what, just do a little bit more and turn it into a game and let's sell it, because it does not look good. It looks like it's made from a 90s engine or something.
It reminds me of that. It reminds me of the playtest. I don't know why. The playtest they did, that's what it reminds me of. I know it's not
Yeah.
the same thing. It's not what they were doing. It's clearly It looks like
Yeah.
it was probably for this voice chat stuff is what the whole thing what that was, I would imagine.
Any small things we want to talk about, because this is going to mainly focus on the big things and then some other things that Nintendo didn't talk about in the Direct, which we're going to bring up some of those too. Any small things?
Excited and also pissed off that I just bought Hogwarts Legacy on PS5, that I have to buy it again now for Switch 2.
I bought it on Steam. I bought it on PS5. I'm probably going to buy it again on Switch to try it out.
Luckily, I didn't play that much of it yet. I got sick of sitting at my desk. Now I can just
yeah.
I will say it looks much better on there than the Steam Deck. Have you guys tried it on there yet?
I have.
I haven't.
It does not play great on the Steam Deck.
It's not really optimized. They say I think it was optimized, but
it's
it doesn't look good.
acceptable, as I would say, but it's not like entirely enjoyable.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
They got mouse control on this too for Hogwarts Legacy. I'm pumped on that.
Wand control,
Pumped on
dude.
that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I'll be back
Yeah,
to
but look,
desk, even though I don't want to be.
Joy-Con's got motion control. Why would you use the mouse? That's
Motion
weird.
controls are old now, Jeff.
Yeah, we don't do
No
that.
one
We
does
use
motion controls now.
mouse mode. No, but actually,
Yeah, but
motion
they're
control.
selling you a webcam to do motion controls like Connect. So
Oh yeah,
But it's a retro webcam. It's pixelated, so it
Yeah.
has that cool retro
it's-
look.
yeah,
it's
got
like
that
5
filter.
megapixels, I think. Maybe 4. I don't know. The one other little thing I did see in that little tech demo game I do want to mention, this is going to be a big thing. The fact that you have not only the mouse sensor, but also the motion controls, both of them at the same time, like that is very, very interesting to see what they can do with that going forward. That's crazy.
Yeah. And I do want to see how it's going to look with a WarioWare game, because they always nail the controls on there.
Yep.
Yeah, that's actually really exciting to potentially see as like a war. I as much as I think it's a gimmick, this mouse thing, and it's really not going to be that useful for most people. It'd be cool to see what games were going to come out of this. I mean, I'm a little surprised we didn't see Mario Paint today. I really kind of
we're getting it.
I had a feeling that we would see it, and we didn't.
I told off my live stream about that. I was like, how do you drop the ball on something so simple?
Obvious too, right?
I
Isn't it
remember,
obvious.
It's so simple. And I was like, dude, all you have to do is like do like a little ROM of like Paint with Mario on it, and that's it. That's all it could have been.
Yeah. And then a
But
couple
it
of
just
the,
makes
we
no
got to have
sense.
the music maker though. The music maker was my favorite part of that entire game.
Yeah.
Even if
That's
they said,
wild.
"Oh, look, all we're gonna do is add it to the wait, is it on Nintendo Switch Online?"
No, it's not.
That's all they had to do, and then
Just
say,
add
"Hey,
the original.
we're gonna
yeah.
that's it."
Mhm.
And they didn't do
Ooh,
it.
Yeah,
which
I'd
is
love
fine.
that.
I will
And
say,
we said we said yesterday that that should have been the tech demo mouse game. Just do Mario
Yeah.
Paint, and then it would have been
Made
a
no sense.
banger instead of this dumb shit.
Yeah, this weird
Yeah.
game they
Mario
came up
Paint,
with.
though, like really aesthetically lines up with like all of the stuff from like Wii and like the Mii's and stuff. Like you could have easily made a modern Mario Paint with Mii's and stuff, and it would aesthetically it would be in the same vein, and it would be easy to do probably, but I don't know. We'll see. Maybe they still will, but
I hope they
I
do.
don't know.
My
I really
wish
hope
list.
we get that.
My wish list item that I had was PictoChat, because I loved PictoChat on the DS. So you could just like do screens where everyone adds to the image, and I was like, dude, imagine like they do Mario Paint with like PictoChat tied in some way.
And just draw on
So
like,
you
yeah,
could-
that would be
yeah,
cool.
so you can draw on the mouse or something like that. Just because that's the kind of creativity I expect
Yeah.
from Nintendo with this stuff.
And you
But
could do it several ways. Touch screen, mouse controls. I mean, you could do it.
there's
yeah,
so
you can do
many. I
anything.
was like, it's so obvious. Such a good idea
Yeah.
for that.
Actually, speaking of that, Sergio, that's actually good. We can make that a topic tonight. Thing like the games you were wishing for, franchises, series, things like that you like were hoping would be in today's Direct, because today's Direct was. I feel like there was hardly any Nintendo fans unhappy with this today. Like they really kind of covered a large. And if you also include last week's Direct, that had some really niche titles that are coming. Like it covers pretty much everybody. I feel like. And what was your thing you were happy about that they announced today? You just said.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh crap! I forgot.
I
What was
forgot it too. That's why it said like, what did he say?
No, they didn't. They didn't announce it.
Oh, they didn't announce. Okay.
He was talking about
Oh,
something that
okay.
he would have liked to
Well,
have seen.
how about but let's bring this up as a topic. Things that happened today that maybe you didn't expect or you were hoping to see, but like you know, I don't know if that was gonna happen, but like they like surprised the crap out of you today. And I'll start because I think it's pretty obvious.
Also, put yours in the chat, guys.
Yeah, put it in the chat too. I'll start because it's obvious. I already showed you guys my reaction to Hyrule Warriors. What I should think should be called the Imprisoning War, but they're calling it Age of Imprisonment, which is a bad name. The Imprisoning War is a better name. You're allowed to steal Nintendo. Go ahead, please.
It's too violent.
I mean, it's huh? No, but no. My name's better. But yeah, that's one that I was not expecting to see today. I wanted it. I've been wanting it, but I was like, they're not gonna show it today. Any games that you guys saw that were like, I wasn't expecting this today, but holy crap, blew my mind that they showed it today.
I mean, for me, it's FromSoft. We have 2 FromSoft games. You have to understand that, like, the evolution of like, oh, Nintendo's the console for kids, and it's all of a sudden you have like rated M games on the Switch. We had Dark Souls on the Switch, which is incredible. It was really fun on there to play mobile. Now we have I need to dig into it more, but what looks like a Bloodborne sequel or offshoot or whatever you want to call it, an Elden Ring, which is, if you guys haven't played it, a massive game. And it comes with the DLC, which makes it a massive, massive, massive game.
Oh yeah,
looks good too. Looks good.
Yeah, it looks great. Yeah.
The Dusk Blood, is that what it's called?
Yes.
Something
yes.
like that. That's a Switch exclusive.
Blood, yeah.
Yes.
Switch exclusive.
Also, hey Rob.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's a Switch exclusive.
It's a Switch exclusive.
FromSoft game. Yeah. That's where we're at.
Yeah,
that's where we're at. It's nuts. You're right. That's absolutely insane.
Jeff,
did
anything
they
in
announce
shock?
Elden Ring?
Yes.
Yeah, in the beginning.
I totally missed it.
Dude. Jeff.
It was early. It was early. It's fine. Yes.
Surprise.
Yep, surprise.
Jeff. Are you happy? Because that is I think probably going to be my favorite game to play on there. Again. Well, playing it again.
Right.
I didn't even play it the first time. Those games just give me anxiety, man. I'll probably get it on the Switch.
It's the best way to combat anxiety.
No.
By facing it.
No. Not facing it that way. What's that?
Comment, Duskblood's totally not Bloodborne 2. I saw a meme before, and it was the one from, I forget what movie it is, but it's like, oh, it's Godzilla, and it's like, no, it's because of international copyrights. It looks like Godzilla, but it's not. But the meme was, we put Bloodborne, and they put, it's not Bloodborne because of copyrights.
Yeah. It looks so much like it, yeah.
Because Sony owns the IP, so you can't make it unless Sony tells you that you can.
Yeah, some vampires in there. Somebody turned into a T-Rex. I mean,
I love
right?
that.
That was insane.
It is crazy that like Sony put so much money into FromSoft because of that whole, behind the scenes kind of stuff. And then the biggest title they release is gonna, next to Elden Ring, is gonna be this one on the Switch.
Yeah.
2.
Right.
Yeah.
Drip, anything that like shocked you today?
I was with you.
I was with you.
The Imprisoning War, you saw me. I lost it, man. As soon as I saw the Koei Tecmo logo, I was like, "Oh,
we both were.
Oh my god, are they doing this right now?
I was chirping.
Do this?
I was chirping like a pit bull who sees like fresh meat. I was like, "No, do it.
Yeah,
give me."
It's the same one, man. That was it. That was the one. I was so happy about. I just love Zelda. The next one was probably, we are getting Wind Waker.
That was cool.
With the GameCube games. That was huge. The GameCube games are cool, and they're Switch 2 exclusive. You don't get those on the Switch 1.
Yeah.
It kind of felt like a slap though, because we've been saying like, oh, we want Wind Waker HD on the Switch, and they're like, yeah, you can have the Wind Waker we have at home.
Yeah, right.
We have Wind Waker at home.
It's like, yeah, it's not. I'm not gonna say it's bad. I mean, it's still something.
Up,
but at
and they made it look better too. Like they said that it's cleaned up.
Yeah.
The graphics are cleaned up. So it's like it's like the between. It's like the old version of the game, but it's kind of HD-ish.
It's like they downloaded a modded ROM.
Yes,
it's like one of the modded ROMs from the community that is just
exactly. It's what Jeeves playing on his Steam Deck.
Yeah,
I forget which one it was. There was one of the games on NSO. Someone did like a data mine, and they found that it matched like 1-to-1 with a ROM that's available on some ROM sites. Like Nintendo's just straight up downloading ROMs and then sending them a cease and desist after they're done.
Yeah, they're like, "Fuck you, that's mine. Give it back. Also, pay me."
Come on,
that's so boss, bro. That's so boss.
The Nintendo
Flex move, dude.
That's a bully move. It's like, God, I'm gonna take your lunch money and you're gonna feed me the lunch that I buy with it.
Next question I got for you, Bunch. Any hardware features from this system features, anything related to the Switch 2 that we saw today that was new information, quote unquote. Anything surprised you today? I don't think much surprised me.
Yeah, I got one. Game share.
This is what I
The
was gonna
game,
say.
you can literally share games. And Jeeb, you said while we were live, I mean, we were talking and doing the thing. You can do it local, but you could also do it online.
Yeah, but with local people, like someone in the same room with you. You can only share the game with somebody in the same room with you, but you can go online
maybe
with that
I
person.
missed that part.
You can go online with that person. Like you can play an online game with the person, but it's in the same room.
I misunderstood that. Either way, that's huge. All this dumb stuff they were doing with the virtual game cards, I'm like, dude, that is like the dumbest shit I've seen. This is useful.
It's the same thing.
This I can be like,
the DS.
okay, I have. Well, yeah, now I can say, okay, I bought my copy of Mario Kart, and my kids are like, I want to play the new Mario Kart. I'm like, cool. Boop, boop. We're all playing Mario Kart instead of, sorry, we can't all play together because you have to be on airplane mode, and you have to be on airplane mode, so the internet doesn't see that we're playing it 3 times.
And it's the primary console thing. I will say, like, what they did, that's right, is they visualized it correctly for people, because this is pretty much how it worked. It's the same concept where it's like, you can use the same game I bought at the same time. That's their whole thing. And now it's like, oh, visually, here you go. And like, return it kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah. I love that. Like, that's huge. I think I was so mad at the whole virtual, or whatever they were calling it, whatever they did last week. I was like, that is so dumb. Like, that's dumb.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can hold it for 14 days, and then I can't play it. But like, what's the point if you can now do this? I don't know. The two things like kind of contradict each other a little bit. I guess it's just more options, but
more
whatever.
options.
That was cool. I thought that was like the thing.
Yeah. 120 hertz on the screen itself, not just like dockable 120 hertz. That shocked me. I did not think that. I thought that this was. I did think it was going to be 1080p. We all knew it was LCD, but I thought it was going to be 1080p and 60 FPS. And when you dock it, it has capable of 120. I did not expect that bugger to have HDR 120 FPS 1080p.
Not only that, but 120 frames per second on some games handheld. What was it? Metroid Prime 4, they said it was 720p, which is but it's still like 120 FPS at 720p is still pretty nice.
It's gonna look great. It's gonna look great.
On an 8-inch screen? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that's
dude.
Yeah.
If you're Nintendo fans have not, Nintendo users don't know those speeds, dude. You guys do not understand
insane.
frame rates. Like,
It's
if that's all you
absolutely
played, it's gonna blow your mind, dude. Playing Super Mario 1 at 120 frames per second in 4K is gonna blow your freaking minds, kids.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's not. The Metroid Prime thing, that was like, when they showed that, and they were like, here's, docked 4K 60, or you can just go down to 1080p 120 frames per second, no big deal. Oh yeah, it's got mouse mode too. I was like, good god.
Yeah.
Like,
By the way, mouse
where
mode.
are we? Like, where are we?
There were so many by the ways in that direct where I was like, why are you saying it like that? It's like crazy what you're saying.
By the way, GameCube's coming to Switch Online. It's like that was definitely
a big one.
Yeah. That was a surprising hardware feature I did not expect to really see. You guys want to talk about Mario Kart a little bit here? Because
hold on, you guys got any other ones? Any other ones that were surprises?
Well, all right. I one thing was so switch to versions of games, and then some of them had extra stuff. Like the Mario Party one had a whole extra thing.
It's like DLC.
I don't know if it said it. Yeah, it's like a DLC. It's like a whole extra like game mode. And what was it? I don't know if they said it in the direct, 'cause I saw it after. I must have missed a bunch of things that I was like so hyped that I was just like out of my own mind.
A lot of it came after.
But it would they talked about, what was it, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, the Switch 2 versions. The upgrades are free if you have the and that's with the expansion.
Yeah, and they're
So you don't have to pay
$10 if
extra
you
for
don't.
those.
Yeah, that's awesome.
$10 if you
Not
don't.
bad.
And then the Kirby thing, since it has extra content, we don't know what's going to happen with that as far as NSO goes. But if you want to buy it, that's going to be $20 if you own the game, because it has extra content. I guess that's the way they're doing it. If it's just visual upgrades, like, to 4K and the 60, all that stuff, it's a $10 upgrade or free. And then the other ones are going to be $20.
Yeah, like DLC
That
at that
seems
point.
to be the
It's like true
pricing
DLC
structure,
at
yeah.
that point.
Yeah, which is and you're getting the more content and all the upgrades as far as visuals go. But there is actually another thing to add to that. There's another thing they're doing, the select games that they're doing free updates for everybody. That's ARMS, Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, Mario Odyssey, Super Mario 3D World, Clubhouse Games, Link's Awakening, Echoes of Wisdom, Garage, Game Builder Garage, Super Mario
Garage.
U
Love
Deluxe, yeah, Garage, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and Big Brain Academy. Those are all getting free updates. Some of them are going to be updates so you can play them as the shared games that we just talked about, and some of them are getting frame rate updates, like the single player games, the Link's Awakening, Echoes of Wisdom. Those are getting frame rate updates.
And we're
Oh,
talking.
we all know Pokemon needs it.
Oh hell yeah! Hell
And the
yeah, it does.
Pokemon ones, yeah, those are probably getting.
And we're talking,
About time.
we're talking free updates, right? Not
Yeah, these are free.
Not just
These are just
free,
there.
not just including your subscription like some of them are. These are free 99 for everybody.
Right. These are just updates that will
Yeah.
just be there.
So,
Yeah, for
like-
everybody.
It's like when Microsoft put out like patches for like Fallout 4 and stuff for like the Xbox One version that
Yeah.
get, like
yeah.
better performance and stuff. It's just like
Mhm.
that for
Yeah.
those games.
Well, Drip and
Without
I,
making it like a native version.
yeah. Drip and I on a recent podcast were talking about this possibility of like, okay, what are they going to do with AI upscaling? What are they going to do as far as your old Switch games? We know they're backwards compatible, they're playable in the system, but what are they going to do as far as like upgrades for all these games, if any? And like we suspected, Breath of the Wild was going to have one, and maybe the deluxe version. At the time, or of course, we're talking at the time. But then like we had this discussion like, oh well, it could be three things. It could be pay like $10 or $20 or something like that to upgrade the game. It could be just in every game you pop in the system is upgradable.
Oh, yeah, what I said at
go
that
ahead,
point
yeah.
was they would start with a small list and they'd be like, these are just free upgrades. It's just they run better. There you go. You're welcome. I was like, it's going to be one or the other. What was the other one? Full on just,
remasters. Yes, that's what the third one. Like
Yeah,
just
just
full on
full-on
remasters,
remakes.
full price games. Just buy
But
them
we're
again.
getting all of those. We're getting all of
It's
those
all
things.
it's all three of those things in different ways, which is
I didn't think they surprised me there. I figured they'd pick one and stick
Shocking.
with it, but they're doing all of them.
like some are a little more expensive. Like the Kirby's $20 to upgrade. That's a little pricey. Some are I'm sure we're gonna be the $10. Most of them are $10, and some are some are free, which is really great to see. Is there any examples of ones that are completely like Switch 2 exclusive upgrades? Or I don't think there's any of those examples. It's just
the Mario Party one. Isn't that DLC kind of stuff exclusive to the Switch 2?
Yeah,
I
okay, yeah,
believe
right.
it is,
Right.
yes.
It's not exactly
So-
what we imagined back then,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's basically that. Like extra content exclusive to Switch 2, basically a new game. Well, yeah.
It's a
DLC.
good way to do two things. One, you're getting people who own the game to
Mhm.
pay into the same game again.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
two, you're making it worthwhile for those who missed it the first time around to
And
buy it
squeezing
now.
more money out of them. It's like Mario Party Jamboree with the update is like $80.
Dude.
Hey, that's a standard price for a Switch game these days, my friend.
I
Sorry
guess
to tell you.
we can talk about that. I mean, I was gonna bring that up later. Well, let's sprinkle in some bad with the good, because it wasn't all good. As much as crazy as it was, I think it's the elephant in the room. Drip and I don't think we have disagreeing opinions, Drip, but I feel like I am more upset about the prices all around than you are. But we'll talk about Let's talk about games for a minute, because we did see that. What game was $80? I'm losing my mind already. We're gonna get into the longer we go today.
Mario Kart.
Mario Kart
Kart's
World.
$80
digitally.
digital. It's $90 if you buy it physical.
Well, and that's we're getting conflicting things on Twitter. I'm seeing some people say
Yeah,
like
I've seen that too.
so it's undetermined at this point until we get more information, concrete, official. It's unsure what. I think the UK, it's up, like the physical games are more in the UK. I think we've confirmed that, but we have not confirmed like the US that the physical games are more expensive. But let's just ignore that for a second. Let's just pretend like physical games are not going to be $10 more than digital. Although that's something you should consider out there, people. Let's just talk about Mario Kart World, which is $80.
Yeah.
That
We're talking about that physical digital thing though. Don't you skip around that. We're coming back to that.
well, right, yeah, not right this moment though.
We're coming back to that. Don't you worry.
Yeah, $80.
Don't
How do we
crack it off.
feel about that? Does anybody feel happy? Is anybody okay with that? Is anybody okay with
this
it?
is a Oh no, dude, no one is. And I want to hear your Listen, it's really simple.
I'm not okay with that.
Understand what they're doing is pretty much you guys play Forza Horizon.
Yep.
Yeah. Love it.
So it's that same concept, right? Like just drive around a huge map and get to like go to races together, play online with other people, right?
Yep,
It's a
it's-
really
yeah.
cool concept. But right now you can get Forza Horizon 5 for $50. And I really don't think Mario Kart World is going to have as much content as that game right now.
Probably not. It's
I
probably
don't-
gonna
I
do what
don't
every
see
other
it.
Probably
sports
not.
game on the Switch did and drip
But that
feed
is-
it in.
That is Nintendo just being like, you're going to buy my IP and you're going to like it.
Yeah,
At
but can
any
you
price.
in Forza Horizon 5, can you have 4 other friends share you a slideshow basically of quality of their game over the internet?
With an update, you might.
With the
Yeah,
AI
not right
background
now, though.
removal.
They don't have that
that's
slideshow.
aliasing the hell out of you.
Yeah.
Well, when it comes to Switch, Jeff, it'll be right there. Forza Horizon with 4 of your
Yeah.
friends right on the screen. There you go.
But yeah,
Yeah, I
so
mean-
that to me is a big thing, dude. $50 for that compared to this, just so you can ride a cow on be a cow on a motorcycle.
But it's a
So,
cow.
I'll do it.
I
That's why
love
I'm
the
gonna buy it.
cow. Let's
That's
go.
why I'm gonna buy it.
Moo
That's
moo.
what's
Let's
happening.
go.
Dude, as soon as I
Not
saw
see
that
the
cow
bee?
grinding on that telephone wire, I was like,
Yes.
sold.
There's a
Done.
there's a
Give me
bee,
two.
a bee car in that trailer that no one noticed.
I didn't see that.
I didn't see
A
that.
what car?
$80.
A what car?
It's a bumblebee in a bumblebee cart.
That's
Like,
some,
as
that's,
one of the playable characters.
Yes.
that's like
give me
that's
another
like
copy,
that's
actually.
slavery. That's slavery.
$120.
That's slavery. That's
weird.
bee
It's like,
slavery.
Yeah, if
I
a
mean,
human did that in any way,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
it's weird.
No way.
Mhm.
No way. Would not fly. That's not a bee joke either.
I have a joke about a human riding a human, but we're not going to go there because $80 is expensive. I am
No, not all of them are $80.
no,
it's
not
only
all
like,
of them. Yeah, it's kind of all over the place.
Some of them are just up to 70, but then the physical version is supposed to be 80.
Yeah.
The physical versions are going to cost more, but I do have a little bit more information on physical cartridges for the Nintendo Switch 2 that is going to make a lot of people very unhappy.
Mm.
Yep.
A lot
know
of the
what you're gonna say.
games are going to be what is now called a Nintendo Switch 2 Game Key card,
Mm.
which means it's basically an empty little card that has a key for you to download the game in full. There's nothing on the cartridge. It is going to be marked on which cases are the game key and which are not. But I mean,
One question, because I saw this, but I have unconfirmed information on one thing about that. Do you then need to insert your key every time you play the game, or you don't need to?
Yes. You do.
That's the,
Yeah,
that was
if
the that
you're
for me.
licensed for the game.
That was the deal breaker for me. If it was just to
Yeah.
download it and you dump the ROM onto your system and you could basically throw
Yeah.
that thing away, I was gonna be fine with it. But if it was a literal, you have to put it in like a literal key, then I was gonna be very upset. And I'm officially upset about this.
At first, I was like, "Oh wait, this could be really cool," because remember, there's nothing we can do. Digital is the future. Eventually, physical is just going to phase out, and the way they're going to do it is clearly by making you hate physical, and at that point, it's so easy
Yes.
to just get rid of it.
yeah.
But what I
That's a
thought
good
was
way
a
to do it.
cool mix, I thought it was going to be awesome for them to like say, "Hey, look, now you can buy a digital game in this physical." I like held up the freaking case. I was like, "Imagine if you bought this. You want to collect these? Go for it. It has a fake little cartridge inside, and you can activate your digital game inside." And then this is just hangs out on your shelf, right? If you wanted to
Mhm.
collect it that way.
Yeah.
So it's like a commodity, but it's not like that. It's just like the same. It's the same thing we have now. Now. I don't know
Nar.
what that
Nar,
was.
Yeah. No.
Now.
Yes.
Nar.
From down under.
Yeah.
But like, that's exactly what these cartridges do now. If it doesn't have the full game, you're pretty much downloading it, putting it on your console on a micro SD card, and this is the key. That's the same
Yeah,
thing. It's just that now
well, yeah,
it's just
you-
less so. It's empty.
It's
just empty.
actually, I make the argument that it's more inconvenient than it used to be, because what it used to be was just the case, but then you had a piece of paper with a number that you type in,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
you had the digital game. That was what it used to be.
Yeah.
Some of those,
Well, and
some
then-
of those, and other ones were just a
Some of
full
them, yeah.
cartridge with half of the game on it, and then half on the system or whatever.
Right.
But like this is worse because now it's an
Yeah.
empty key that like doesn't even look good, and you have to like keep it with you
Well, it's
and put it
exactly
in
what
every
Sony
time.
and Microsoft do. It's exactly what Sony and Microsoft do. They sell you
A key,
yeah.
yeah.
Blu-ray disc.
That's true.
That you can't do anything with so you could download the game onto your system, the full game.
I
You
don't
got the
see.
installer and the license, and then you put
That's
the
it.
disc in to verify the license, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's
then you
actually
still
great
have to
point,
put that
Drip.
disc in every time.
You do.
For a
Yeah.
home console, that's one thing, but it's like, why the hell are we even trying to do that?
So
with
yeah,
like
so why that
a
and not?
system we're taking other places?
Yeah, why does this even exist? Why what was wrong with the old system of just either give us?
I can tell you why this exists. It's because physical collectors are people who collect physical games are just not ready to let go yet.
No.
And-
I'm not talking about from that's the collector's perspective.
Nor
I'm
should they
talking
be, though.
from the
Yeah, hey,
manufacturer.
I mean, that's fine.
from the manufacturer's
that's-
perspective. Like, why not just throw a piece of cardboard in there with a number on it instead of this cartridge that you have to manufacture or purchase or whatever? Like,
Well, that wouldn't make you hate it as much.
but like. I would, as a collector, I don't want that little cartridge. I want a real cartridge, not the fake
Right.
cartridge.
But
The key-
Nintendo doesn't want to make these cases. They don't want to print this art. They don't want to pay for that.
Well,
they're-
but they are making the cases. They're making the cases. That's the whole thing. They're adding a case in
Right.
there when it could just be a piece of cardboard.
And they're making it difficult. So next generation, these
Yeah.
are gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Also,
they're like, dude, that system sucked, and they got rid of it. But it's also DRM, and that's like what Nintendo loves. It's DRM, especially with like how they pretty much, you guys know, the MIG switch and that whole situation there. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure that they're not happy about that. So I wouldn't actually. I don't know if that thing works on there. I'm afraid to test it, but I might.
it's
but,
the
yeah, I
curiosity
don't-
might get the better.
Ooh,
of you.
on a
You gotta
Switch
try it.
2?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Ooh,
I
that's
I
an
think it's
interesting
gonna work.
thought.
I don't think.
I wouldn't see
I don't
why
see
not.
it wouldn't. It
Yeah.
would just read it
Well,
like
if
a
it
Switch
tricks
1
the
game.
original Switch into thinking it's an actual game, then I don't think the Switch 2 could tell either.
Yeah, there's a whole thing there, but I don't want to derail.
Yeah.
I'm good at that, by the
Interesting
way.
thought. Same,
Speaking of
same.
of the bad and the game cartridges, can we talk about how ugly the new game cases are?
Oh,
They're,
Christ.
they're brutal.
They are. I think they're. You said it's earlier, Sergio. I think they're literally sabotaging physical games. They're making it like this whole key thing. It makes less sense than what they had before. They added a thing that makes less sense. They're making the cases uglier as ever. And they're potentially at least raising the prices of the physical games. All this just to get you to not buy physical. I think it's a conspiracy. I'm officially a conspiracy theorist for this theory. Like they're
I mean, I think it's just obvious that that's what's going to happen. If anything, I do wish they made them smaller. Like, the PSP had
Yeah.
those little kind of tiny cases that
yeah,
were like
yeah.
adorable.
Like,
I was
yeah.
like, dude, make them cute. At least make them cute. That's it. People will like you
bright
for it.
red, bright red.
But no.
Like they could easily be the same size as a 3DS game case.
Yeah, dude. I was like, didn't
Easily.
someone on Etsy make mini cases that's like
Yes,
the
they
size of the
did. They
cartridge?
were like the size of the cartridge.
That's
yes, I know. Yeah.
hysterical. Do that, man. That'd
Yeah.
be so awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they want it gone. They want the physical media stuff gone because, I mean, you can control if it's all digital, you control it all.
Yeah.
You control it. You control how much people can share, how much they can't. I mean, once you get rid of, little things that have your information on it, you know what I mean? You make more money. I mean, that's what it's about. And you save money because you don't have to print shit. You don't have to ship anything. You don't have to do anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about any of that stuff. It's so much less to deal with as far as like cost. I mean, I can't imagine what it costs to ship hundreds of thousands, millions of copies of games.
Yeah.
Like, it's got to be insane.
I will say this. I know
Yeah.
that physical cartridges are a little more expensive this generation because of this faster storage. So they are pricier now than they used to be. So that could be a reason why potentially it could be more expensive. If it's not the cartridge for me anymore because they are just keys. That's what they are now. Keys to unlock your game. But it's more about the box art for me, displaying on my shelf back here, right? That's what it's been about for me, is just to be able to have that. Because the cartridge, since they've become so small and it's like, I don't know, man. They taste bitter. I can't eat them like I used to. So.
Oh, do we get a new flavor? That's the big question. Do we get a new Switch
Well, they're
cartridge
red,
flavor?
so they're gonna be like the cinnamon's challenge. What's that challenge called?
The one chip challenge?
No, not the one chip, but that too.
No, I think
They're
it's
gonna be
just called the
spicy this
cinnamon
time.
challenge.
Yeah, like cinnamon.
Just eat a spoonful of cinnamon.
Yeah,
Ew.
the cinnamon. Yeah, the cinnamon challenge, whatever it's called. Yeah.
I feel like that kind of sounds good.
No, you choke. You choke.
Oh no, yeah, it's not good.
Because
Just
it's
don't
the
breathe.
powder
You can do it if
cinnamon.
you don't breathe.
Right, exactly. Yeah, like drink water before and then don't breathe. Better said than done.
Dude, and you want to go viral? Do the Switch 2 cartridge challenge.
Yeah,
Just
man.
spoonful.
Yeah, put a bunch in there. Go ahead. Does the MIG switch taste bad? I wonder. Have you tried it?
Oh, I didn't try
it's
it.
right here, but let me
Yeah,
see.
give it a lick,
bet it is.
Oh,
Sergio.
it's not here. It's not here. I bet
Aw.
it'll taste piratey.
I bet it's
Yeah.
arg.
It's gonna taste like the sea.
sweat and sea, argy.
Okay, well, real quick, I just want to run through a few little bits of good news. Here's one.
Yeah. Lots of good news today.
We did see afterwards that the Nintendo Switch app is going to be used for something cool. Screenshots will go directly from your console to the app, so you don't have to like transfer each one over.
Just like
you can
Sony.
just have them on your phone. Yeah, it's like, they've been, that's so,
I
it's
think
such
you
a
have to
very new technology.
Share it though. So you have to. I think you still have to go on the Switch and say, "I want to send this to the app."
Oh, it's not
and then you
automatic.
get
Oh.
the app.
Okay.
Hopefully they'll just
It's not
update
like
that.
how it is now, though. It's not like where you scan a QR code and you have to take both your phone and the Switch off of
It's crazy,
all
dude.
data and just connect to each other. It's like a weird method. But yeah, I think you still have to like on a Steam Deck, it's the same way. You could say like, I want to send this to my phone, and then it comes up on the app as like a notification, like, hey, you sent this screenshot. And
Yeah.
then you can just share it from right there,
Yeah, I mean,
which is better than what we
the
have.
old
but
method. Yeah, have you ever done it the old way?
Yeah.
You pick
oh,
the
yeah.
picture,
Awful.
it gives you a QR code, you scan that one, it's like, okay, cool. Now hold on, we got
You look
another
like
one
a
for you.
hacker.
Now scan this. Yeah, it's like, it's like, why? Why are we doing this?
It could,
So
it
that-
could be
that's a
better, though.
little
It
bit
could
of
be
good
like
news.
the Xbox, where like on the Xbox, if I take a screenshot, it's in the app. I don't even have to do anything else.
Yeah,
like, I can
yeah,
just pull up the Xbox app and be like,
I haven't touched my Xbox in a while, but yeah, that was a nice little feature. Hey, Fortnite update though. Day 1 Fortnite update, okay? Pumped about that. Am I right,
It's
guys?
free.
Am I
It's
right?
still free.
Yeah.
Still free. Still free. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Hey,
hey,
I
listen.
I'm curious how it's because it said it supported. I believe it said it supported like the resolutions and frame rates that we expect. Because like the PS5 runs that game at 4K 60 and 120 FPS when you're running at 1440. So is that the same? Like, does the Switch do like on par?
I don't know, because the Switch
don't know.
One
Is it on
runs
par?
Fortnite at about 4 frames a second, and probably I don't know.
Isn't it crazy?
It's
Isn't it crazy? This thing is way after just seeing today's direct. It's more comparable to the PS5 than the original system it's succeeding. It's bonkers to me. It's a handheld, and we're
The other thing too is the graphics quality won't be the same though. That's how they're going to get to those frame rates
Yeah.
is by reducing
Yeah.
a lot of it.
Yeah.
It's going to
Yeah.
get all pixelated. But
And we're gonna feel that probably in the TV mode, but I mean handheld. It's
But
gonna
how much? Like,
Oh,
is
yeah.
it not significant? It's not
this
going
is
to be
a
like
handheld console, dude.
yeah.
Yeah.
Handheld's going to look incredible, and when you dock it, I think it'll look a little like, oh, that's not quite the PS5 level. Like,
Well,
I
it's
can
got
see some
that fan in
differences.
the dock, and they're doing something in there. I mean, the dock is doing something clearly. So I mean, it's gonna have a little bit of extra help there. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm very interested to finally like get this thing in front of me and see what it actually looks like. Like, I don't know what game they're gonna let me play in New York. I'm guessing Mario Kart, probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
I don't know if there's
They're going to
gonna
have
be
what they
any more.
showcased.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's going to be a very
Donkey Kong,
controlled.
I'm
Maybe
Probably a demo.
that would be cool. I mean, I'd love to play that. Mario Kart for sure. I don't know what else they're gonna have. You know what I'd love? I really just want to play Metroid Prime 4
Oh yeah.
handheld at 120
super
frames per
excited about
second.
that
Just
one.
let me see
Mouse
that for a
mode.
minute.
Mouse mode.
I'm sure they're gonna have it. Well, I looked at like the details of that. They say I'm gonna be there for 2.5 hours. Like once I get
What?
in, whatever I'm gonna be doing is gonna take me 2.5 hours to do.
Wow.
It's the line, and you just play 5 minutes.
Oh,
yeah,
It's a
Joey Pitt says you're gonna be playing
Disney-inspired experience.
the tutorial game the
if
whole
that's
time.
I hope that's not true.
You'll get your 5
Uh,
minutes. We had to wait 3 hours for it.
So, few good things there. I want to bring this up because I do want to talk about the hardware.
Yes.
all the stuff.
Yes.
This is kind of a thing. Got GameCube games. We talked about that. Got a GameCube controller. None of us will be able to buy that GameCube controller when it first gets available because, well, unless you are going to pre-order the system from Nintendo's website. If they pick you to pre-order the system
I
from
didn't
Nintendo's
see that
website.
little nugget of information.
So here's how it's going to go. The GameCube controller, you can buy it if you are chosen to pre-order the system from the My Nintendo store. I also saw that the way that they're going to pick the people who get to pre-order it from the My Nintendo store is based on the criteria is one, you have to have a subscription for 12 months, at least 12 months, and then 50 hours of gameplay is the minimum, but they're going to be going off of um, gameplay time, like how much total time you've played your Switch. Those people who have the higher amounts will get first pick. That's how they're gonna fight bots, I guess, which is a pretty good way to do it, I guess, if you want to fight
Well,
bots.
I mean,
I mean, I
unless
don't
you're
know.
a bot unless you have a bot that plays your Twitch games for you.
That's true.
I
I
will
do.
say,
They're called my 3 children.
yeah,
The-
you can. The thing too is that you can still buy right now the N64. I think the SNES and the NES
yeah,
controllers
they're
on
all
the
on
store.
there. As
So I
of
wouldn't be
today, yeah.
surprised if it's like eventually they're gonna. I mean, the best way to combat them is just by having way too much inventory that
Yeah.
they're just gonna waste their money, and of course making it very expensive.
Yeah.
Because then at that point, no one wants it, and then there's too much of it. So
That's
it
the one thing we
eliminates
don't
them.
have is the price. No, we do. We do.
What is it?
It's $50.
That's what I was gonna hope
That's
that.
actually surprising, to be honest.
I was really
Uh,
betting on that
not
because
bad.
that's what the 64
So they're
controller
also
was.
they are going to actually put it up in the My Nintendo store for everyone to get after. It's going to be like Alarmo kind of
Yeah.
was, but only even deeper in. Like you have to have a certain criteria met with your gameplay to even be able to buy it first. And then the next people to do it are the people who have Switch Online, and then I mean that's it. They still aren't going to offer it to the public, which I mean, get Switch Online if you really want it. Why are you buying it anyway?
By
If you-
the base tier, which is like, nothing.
Yeah, I think they'll have it eventually. It'll go into the store, but
The-
it's going to be that initial hype, people wanting it, which I want it because I want to play Wind Waker with it bad, like real
Yeah.
bad.
I still love that controller, dude. I have like 7 Nintendo Switch inspired. I mean, Nintendo Switch GameCube inspired controllers.
Yeah.
I have one. I do have one. Oh, I forgot. I do have one.
The Nixie.
So there
That
you go.
Mario one.
You have Nixie too, don't you?
Oh yeah, I got the. No, those
Yeah.
are but are they going to work? They're Joy Cons.
By the way, that's another thing too. They mentioned that like, oh, these old controllers aren't compatible, but they're Bluetooth controllers. You can use them on PC as well. I
Wait,
don't understand what they're
They
doing to
did
lock
mention
that
that?
out.
When
Hold
did
on.
wait,
Did
hold on.
they?
Hold the phone.
There's a compatibility list, and they have like the old stuff that's not compatible on there.
Is the old Pro
Um,
controller on the list?
I think no, I think that yeah, their official ones are on there, but you can't use
official ones
the
are.
old ones. I mean, the new ones with the old ones, which I guess makes sense. But I mean, the way
Yeah.
they connect, aren't they like a generic-y controller because they
I
connect to
believe
the
so.
PC?
Yeah,
So
they're
that's
like
why I'm confused
regular
about it.
Bluetooth. You could hook them up to anything.
They probably lock
Yeah,
it down.
so
They
that's
lock
why-
it down.
That's probably what's happening.
So, yeah, some type of. I mean, are they? Do they have some type of proprietary Bluetooth system? Like, is
No,
that
Bluetooth is Bluetooth. You can't.
you can't? Well, I mean,
It's red
Then
tooth.
how do
it's
they
it's
work?
red it's red tooth this generation.
oh, it's
Yeah.
purple tooth.
Mm-hmm.
No,
That's right.
but okay, I don't know how that works. But that seems weird to me that if they're just Bluetooth controllers, like why don't they work? Speaking of that, it looks like we don't have full confirmation. We're gonna have better Bluetooth this time, as far as connectability and things. so-
Expected.
There was a lot of specs missing though. Like specs are like the most basic thing you can give people, like just to give give them understanding. Oh, look, this number's bigger than last time,
Mhm.
and there's a lot of numbers that they just didn't want to show. I'm hoping that's on the website. I didn't check, in the last few
Some of it
hours.
is. Some of it is. I'll pull it up.
RAM is
Wi-Fi
missing.
is. Yeah, there's nothing of the RAM, and they don't talk about what the chip. It just says custom NVIDIA chip. That's all it says.
Yeah. Did they mention Bluetooth? Which Bluetooth they have?
It just says Bluetooth. They don't. Say, it doesn't say
Because-
if it's like 5.6. But it doesn't say anything.
And the reason that
Um,
could matter is because then maybe it's not exclusive. It's not locked down Bluetooth for just Joy-Cons. It could be for audio, which I think they sort of learned their lesson from the first Switch. Because remember, Bluetooth was locked down to the Joy-Cons to controllers.
Yeah.
And then after enough complaining, people are like, okay, I'll give you your delayed Bluetooth. Here's your
Yeah,
like you're
was
playing a
awful.
game. It's like a 2-second delay.
Yeah, it was awful. So, it has Wi-Fi 6, not Wi-Fi 6E. I just looked at all this. I recorded the video today comparing it to all the other handhelds with price and all these specs and stuff. All the other ones have Wi-Fi 6E. I don't I don't know what the massive difference between 6 and 6E is. If you guys know,
Yeah,
enlighten me.
Good.
it's fast lane. The E is like a fast lane. It's just it's. I don't think most people will care if you have a lot of devices on your Wi-Fi and whatnot. Maybe it matters, but it does. E is like the it gives you this fast lane, which if you can
Yeah, like
make use
priority
of
over
that,
other stuff.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It's
So,
a high frequency radio frequency, but it can't pass through like anything at all. So it would be right next to the router. So if you're
Mhm.
in like if it's like if you give your Switch 2 to your kid and they go into their bedroom, like it's cooked. You won't be able to get the speed. You'd have to be sitting right in front of it. I think it was Linus Tech Tips did testing on it when it first came out, and a piece of cardboard stopped the signal. It doesn't pass through
so funny.
anything.
You're better off
Wow.
using your routers, like it has what's it called, like a priority mode or something, so you can say, "Hey, look, I want
Yeah.
gaming,"
This is the
or
thing.
choose a
Yeah.
device or whatever.
Yeah.
That's much better.
Thank
yeah,
thank
as
you,
far as
David, with
Bluetooth,
the super chat there. David, appreciate that. No message, just a
Yeah,
happy,
thank you
a
so
happy
much.
little fox or something, whatever that
I
is.
love that
so.
fox.
It's a
Appreciate
mystery.
Yeah, for Wi-Fi, it just I'm sorry, for Bluetooth, it just says Bluetooth. That's it. It just says Bluetooth.
Yeah, I'm not.
They didn't
I'm
say
not
anything
concerned
that
about
for
it.
the LAN port.
The only thing that's missing there from that list that I'm concerned about is just the RAM. But I'm not concerned about it because we saw all I care about, at least. We saw Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom running at beautiful 4K, beautiful 60 FPS, and it's a free update, right? That's what
Mhm.
was on the free
Yeah.
update
If
list.
you have Switch Online,
If you switch
yeah.
online, okay, so it's including your subscription update. I am over the moon on that because that's like the main things I wanted to play with my Switch 2. It was Metroid Prime 4, Pokemon ZA, of course, those two. Whatever new and interesting was going to come out, but Mario Kart, don't forget Mario Kart. Anything new and interesting like Donkey Kong, I'm excited for that too. But like, I just really, honestly, just wanted to play Breath of the Wild again and Tears of the Kingdom again,
Yeah.
at high frame rates with beautiful 4K HDR. It's exactly what we got.
And HDR matters a lot too.
Yeah,
HDR
yes, it
10.
does. It absolutely does, dude. And I think it arguably matters more than 4K. It's just
Yeah.
HDR is beautiful.
Remember, considering we're not going to have what's it called, an OLED screen,
Mhm.
anything you can do to that LCD to make it better is just worth it.
Exactly.
I mean, it sounds like this LCD panel that they're using is a pretty good panel. I mean,
Mhm.
HDR10, VRR up to 120 hertz, 7.9 inch. I mean, if you've seen, okay, I know a lot of people who are like, oh, LCD are just thinking Switch 1, like the original Switch before the OLED. Because that's like,
allow me to say this, Strip.
it's a bad screen.
Anybody
It's not
who's
a good
stressing over the LCD before we even see the thing doesn't understand the technology. They just don't.
Well, I mean, I was going to compare it to
doesn't mean it's marketing. OLED doesn't mean better. OLED means a technology. LCD is a different technology. OLED typically does look better, but what's more important is the panel quality, not the technology.
Well, I was going to
Dude,
say,
I love my deeper blacks, and you can't take that from me. So
yeah, I mean, that's what you get with the OLED. I mean, that's not an
okay,
LCD can't do that. It just can't.
I guarantee everybody in the chat, and you too, Sergio, I guarantee, put your your OLED Switch up next to the LCD Nintendo Switch 2. It's going to look better because it's going to be HDR 4. Oh, it's 1080p,
Yeah.
more resolution.
Blacks won't be black though.
It's not that they won't be black.
They'll be slightly gray.
listen, just understand that for the next month until it's released, actually after it's released, you're just going to hear every single person. It's not true blacks, but HDR does help.
Yeah, and that's a
gonna be
fact.
the line.
And that's a fact.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So but also remember, this is the problem. This is why I hate specs, and this is why I struggle so much making videos where it's like the same specs over and over and over. Because to the average consumer, you're not going to have like, here's my Switch OLED and here's my Switch LCD compared. Oh, dang it, my LCD looks like crap. No one does that. All you have is an isolated experience.
Mhm.
If that experience looks good, you're fine. That's the reality of it. So until you have something to compare it to, I think it's going to look much better than what we've seen on the OLED as well. Because really, a lot of people are like, "Oh, it's so bright, so colorful," and if that's all you get out of it, just add a little bit more saturation, and then some people will think it's OLED.
I'll finish this with this. My opinion, at least, I'll finish with this. Deeper blacks are overrated. not insignificant. Not insignificant. I'm not
You
downplaying.
haven't played Hollow Knight on the Steam Deck OLED.
When I say the word
It is not the
overrated,
same.
it's not. Don't attack me like it's the Twitter.
No,
okay?
consider
It's-
yourself attacked.
This is not Twitter. Okay. When I say overrated, I'm not saying that it's bad or insignificant. I'm saying it is not. It's too much emphasis being put on just the blacks when you're ignoring everything else about the display. The Switch OLED display is not very good. It's better than the original Switch's display. It does deeper blacks than the original Switch's
as far
display.
as like refresh rate and
But
stuff, it's
you look
actually
at
kind of shitty.
my LED TV looks way better than my OLED Switch. It just does. Like, but
Well, I
this
mean,
is-
I
but-
can give you an
but-
example of this too. Whenever I film my OLED, if I'm shooting like 120 and trying to do some slow motion stuff, the screen's going zoom, 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 zoom. But
Yeah.
I just put a new panel in my Switch Lite, an OLED panel in my Switch Lite. It does not do that. It's perfect. It's a way nice. It's way better. So yeah, I mean the OLED panel in the OLED Switch is. I see what you're saying, but the PlayStation Portal has an LCD screen and it looks phenomenal.
Oh yeah.
It looks
does.
really, really good. So I mean, if it's anything close to that, I'm good.
Yeah,
Like,
do
that-
not-
if it's that. I'm
Do not
good.
get me wrong. Love deep blacks like the next guy, but there is other things to consider.
Hey,
Displays. This is in context, Sergio. Within context.
We're
right.
child friendly. Child friendly.
We are not child friendly on
No,
this show.
yeah. Well, that ship sailed a long
Oh,
ago.
long time ago.
Please clip out what you said there. Okay.
Nobody clipped it.
Yeah, somebody clip that, please.
Yeah, nope.
Put it in the Discord.
No, I'm not trying to be attacked by like alt left groups or something because I said
Oh, it's
that.
happening,
So,
brother.
But because I grew up in a.
You've summoned them. You've summoned them.
I don't
already.
want that. I don't want that. Okay. I shouldn't even said. I see. The more you say, it just you could be perceived. I love everybody. Please don't come after me.
Oh God, shut up. Move
Please
on.
don't come after me. Okay. So I've completely forgot where I had a segue and I completely lost my segue. Anybody else have anything?
Oh, dude, I have a massive amount.
Hey man, this is the Sergio
Massive
show
amount.
now. I just got.
Oh, yeah.
If you haven't heard, I just got canceled. So this is you
So-
taking over.
So look, the big thing I told you guys before this, my big thing is I'm extremely excited about the next Switch, the Switch 2. But I have the adult in me is like, wait a second. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna get him with this is freaking awesome.
Mhm.
So I know that's how it's gonna play out. But this is what we do. We talk details. I'm not complaining as much as like pointing out little things, but yeah, I mean, I have a huge list, dude. If I've been scrolling through this thing for like the last hour now. There's tons of stuff on here to talk about. For me, just the specs alone, dude, what? It's a super switch. That's really what it is, man. It's
It
a
is.
super switch.
It is.
Because
every
it's not like from the GameCube to the Wii, which was like mind blowing. I think everyone's expectations were pretty much like this is gonna be a super switch, and that's what it is. And I'm really bummed out. It's not called a super switch, dude. That bothers me a lot because
We all wanted
sounded
that. Let's
awesome.
be real. Everybody
Mhm.
wanted that.
Yes.
I wanted the old school logo too.
Yep.
Like
Oh yeah,
purple
that'd been
buttons.
so
I would have
good.
went with purple buttons. Give me it
awesome.
all.
Can you get a special?
Or, you know
yeah.
what? Give us a version. You know
Yes.
how give us like a limited edition one.
Yes.
That'd be
Dude,
awesome.
didn't we get a
Yes.
Super NES like 3DS or something?
Yes.
Yeah,
We
dude,
sure
they
did.
went all out with the 3DSs, man. You remember that? There's like
Yeah.
200
Dude, so many.
variations.
They had one with a freaking Pikachu face on it. Like
Yes.
cheeks stuck out and everything. It was good. It was a
Mhm.
good one.
Yeah.
I had one. I had the Hylian shield. It was good. It was good. Yeah.
You had it. You
is.
sold it for a
It's Super Switch.
PS4.
Had it. Sold it. Oh, by the way, I think I might sell this Switch Lite. I just put an OLED screen in if anybody's interested.
Yeah, right. No, you can't do that. Come on.
I can. I might. Thinking about it. We'll see.
Wow,
I don't know.
You're going to
Um,
base your whole channel around it. Now you're going to sell it.
Couple videos. We got it. It's done. I got things to move on to. It's fine. Okay, go ahead. What else is on your list? Tell me
Yeah.
more on the list.
Sergio show.
Okay, so hardware wise, this blew my mind. I don't know if you guys caught this. They start giving you like a hardware overview. Here's this, here's that. And they spend a good amount of time on almost everything, just a few seconds, right? But then they go, the analog sticks are bigger, and then on to the next thing. And I'm like,
didn't say anything
are
else
they
about what's
Hall
under
effect?
there. Yeah, didn't say that.
because that
They
was like
can't.
skipped like this.
Right.
It
They
was skipped
can't.
so instantly. So
if they
I mean,
say that, if they say
Oh,
we
I
have
know.
Hall effect sticks, that
Trust me,
admits
I
that
get
we
it.
had a problem with the last ones. But did they? Did they do
Dude,
something? Is there something different in there? That is a very good question.
it's covered up, and all they had to say is like with the latest tech or some fancy thing like that.
Anything.
But they didn't say anything about it. And I, in my head, it just makes sense that they would want to reduce the amount of repairs they do on these joysticks. I mean, there's a guy who's probably been doing it for like 8 years now, and it's like, this is my career. This is
Dude,
what I do. I
he's
fix
arthritic as
analog
hell at this
sticks.
point. He just hates
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah. So I can't imagine what kind of money you'd save if you just put some freaking magnets in there,
Well,
dude.
and think about this. Think about Nintendo hardware before the Switch. Like there's the stories of the Game Boys surviving like atomic bombs and like crazy shit. Like Nintendo hardware didn't fail.
Yeah.
Like they were no even up to like the GameCube. I mean the Wii, yeah, I mean the Wiimote, they went through TVs. They still worked. It's all good. I mean, whatever. But like, yeah, the Switch had so many problems. Like so many problems.
Can I just add? I wasn't around for the 3DS era. I didn't have one during the era, but
Oh, dude.
the 3DS.
Dude, you have to go back. Go back.
3DS.
What were you gonna say, Jeff? Go ahead.
Oh, I just love the 3DS.
Well,
Yes.
I was gonna say like
also a tank.
I was gonna say you drop it the wrong way and the top screen breaks and it breaks your entire system. You need a full repair to fix it to turn it back on.
You can repair it.
You can
Very
repair it.
easy
You
to
can also,
repair.
but a Joy-Con stick is a lot easier to repair than a 3DS top screen.
Okay, but you didn't
Oh,
have
yeah.
any problems with sticks, buttons, anything like that on a 3DS or 2D or DS. Like that shit didn't happen on Game Boys.
Well, because it was D-pad. That was D-pads.
No, there's other stuff. I mean, we had the nub on the 3DS, and we had that flat little whatever the hell that thing
The
was.
nub is the same tech they
Yeah.
got in laptops for generations that are literally just like a pressure
Right,
sensitive.
well, the other
situation.
stick. All I'm saying is this stuff didn't fail.
You're
The
right,
Switch
you're right, you're
failed
right, you're
in
right.
so many ways.
It wasn't as common. Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
I'm just don't downplay the 3DS. Well, the 3DS was not some sort of like hardware champion as far
It
as
was
like
an
durability.
actual army tank. It was an
No, it
actual
was
army
not.
tank.
I don't believe that's true.
No,
I mean,
it wasn't,
the hinges break. You twist the hinges just the wrong way and it breaks. I mean, I don't know. 3DS
point
were not
is-
exactly great.
Yes. My point is,
But
yes,
yes,
you
but
would
yeah.
think that they would. A couple of magnets would fix that.
Yes.
Yeah. So I that was a little mind blowing to me because all they had to say is like new analog sticks with new tech or something, just anything
Yeah, they
as a
literally just said
hint.
bigger.
Because now, because dude, you're about to spend like almost $500 on a console. The Joy Cons are what, like $90 now?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Perfect. We'll talk about that now because I want to talk about the fact that accessories now are pretty much across the board price increase.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna try to pull this up so I can see it
Yeah.
here for myself.
Joy-Cons were already expensive.
Yes, they were. It was all already
Yeah.
expensive. So I'm just gonna go down the list here
the
that
new
I have.
Pro Controller's 80, right?
The new Pro Controller is $79.99,
Yeah,
which is a
it's the price of the game.
$10
Now,
increase.
hold on. Since you have it there, I can't see it right now. Can you tell me what is different about this Pro Controller from the other one?
The
Besides
difference,
the
C
C
button.
button.
the C button
Paddles.
is on the front now. Obviously,
Oh, yeah,
we
the
have
back
a
paddles.
different color top and different color like inner sticks. You know, it's like a white color on the inner sticks now instead of black or transparent, whatever it was. The bottom now has, this is the best one for me. The bottom has an 3.5 millimeter headphone jack, which is clutch because that is my most used feature on my DualSense. I love
My Yoast,
me. Don't make fun of me. I'm dyslexic.
It's my Yoast too, dude. I'm agreeing.
That is the I love that feature. That's the best. Just to be able to plug headphones in, your entire audio goes through your headphones and not got your TV at night. That's like the best feature. The back buttons obviously have paddles now, which I do not.
Yeah, I
I
forgot about that
actively
part.
do not like that. And as far as we know, that's it. On the Pro Controller.
It's just like it's supposed to be a traditional controller, so I don't think they wanted to go all out. But it
Is
does have
it?
NFC
They
and
call it
motion
Pro.
controllers.
They call it the Pro Controller though.
Yeah, but like I'm saying, as in like, let's compare the Pro to the other pros.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
drastically
That's-
unpro.
It's
unpro.
It's in its minor league of pros.
It
So-
shouldn't be called Pro, but it's one of the best controllers I've ever used.
I love it.
Did
Yeah,
you-
I love it.
Yeah, it's great. Did you guys see the patents that they filed that went public for the controller thing that splits apart?
Oh no, I think I missed that one.
I was banking on that. I was
Oh.
like, man, I hope they have a Pro Controller that splits apart because it's supposed to have the mouse function in the two sides of the controller.
Yeah.
Mm.
But then I'm like, also, if you're splitting it apart, can we make them Pro Joy-Cons? Can we just
No.
pop those things on the side?
On this
Pro
list,
Joy-Cons
That'd
from
be awesome.
Nintendo?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I wanted before. That'd been awesome.
yeah, on this list
Awesome.
lacks Pro Joy-Cons, which is a little upsetting. But we do have regular Joy-Cons, which are $10 increase from last generation. They're now $90, $89.99 USD. That's upsetting because that's very expensive. And if you
Did
want
they
to,
say
if you want to grab
old
yourself a pair of
Joy-Cons can be used?
Joy-Cons and a Joy-Con charging grip together, you're looking at like
Not a-
$130,
Okay.
$125.
Let's be clear about what this charging grip is. The last time they put out a charging grip, it had a battery in it. It was actually charging. This is not that. This has a pass-through.
the last time.
You can
Wait,
charge Joy-Cons with it.
Wait, which one had a battery in it?
There was one that had a. Maybe they didn't put it out. Maybe it was
probably
like
third
Power
party.
A or
Definitely
yeah,
wasn't
yeah,
Nintendo.
it may have
party.
been.
Okay, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, this
Okay,
is-
but it was called the charging grip.
Yes. It just
Yeah,
had a
this is
USB-C.
not that.
Well,
Yeah, this is just a pass-through.
I mean, I don't know about you guys. That doesn't bother me one bit that this isn't a battery in it because number one, the last generation didn't have it either. But number two, the battery life from last generation was 40 hours rated. And you're not charging that for days,
Yeah.
weeks, maybe. So there's no issues with me. And
Well, these Joy-Cons are 20, I believe 20 hours, if I remember correctly. Let
that's
me
actually a little surprising that that HD Rumble 2 must be a little bit more powerful than we think because that's a little surprising because
look. I just saw this today. At one
it
of the-
should
yes, 20 hours.
theoretically there should be
Approximately 20 hours.
there should be bigger batteries in these Joy-Cons because they're bigger. But
Really quickly, actually, not to like go off of the other stuff here real quick. I do since we're talking batteries, this is kind of interesting too. We can just really quickly talk about this. The battery life of this thing was something that we were wondering about. Obviously, it was going to be a concern with the more power. 2 to 6.5 hours, depending on what game you're playing.
significantly better than a Steam Deck, which is my comparison because that's like the most comparable thing we have in price and specs to look at. on the
Yeah, I
market.
mean, we're at that place where it's like play, drop it. It's not like just like right now I have my Switch tossed on the desk. That isn't going to be a thing. I think it's most handhelds are going to be like when you're not playing, it's charging.
in the dock.
That has
yeah,
to be how it goes.
for sure. I guess
It all
the
depends on what you're playing too. Like I don't know they have that range, but like certain things like my Steam Deck OLED, I played Stardew Valley
Oh yeah.
for I don't know how many hours, and I think it was like 6 or 7 hours, and it still said like half the battery. So it all depends on what you're playing.
Yeah.
Like, you could probably play something like that and play it for a ton of time and
Yes.
not have to worry about it. But
that's where that
you
6.5
wanna play
comes in,
that-
right?
FromSoft game, and then you're gonna cook through it super quick.
Exactly. Like Breath of the Wild Tears of the Kingdom upgrade is probably going to cook through your battery. All the Switch 2 first parties pretty much are going to be like cooking through your battery 2 hours.
I
But
can't imagine. It's like Elden Ring gets like 15 minutes on there. Like
yeah, I'm a little worried about Elden Ring because the frame rate was low. That means it probably doesn't have like a performance mode. It's probably just
Well, I mean,
like
they're-
1080p 30
that's
or
a low
4K
side,
30.
2 hours. Still 2 hours. I mean,
No,
Yeah.
it's twice as good as the Steam Deck. I'll tell you that much.
yeah. I mean,
Uh,
I used to play Red Dead 2 on that Steam Deck, and if you're not plugged into the wall, yeah, it's pretty quick.
So there's the insignificant ones here, of course, like Joy-Con straps are $13. Joy-Con wheels, which is funny, they're still making those, $20.
Dude,
The-
Mario
Dude, get
Kart's
to
the
the
launch
charger.
game, of
Get to the
course.
charger. Look
well,
at the charger.
before we
dude.
get to we'll go
Yes.
to the
Oh,
charger.
yes,
the
the
charger,
charger.
it looks like a regular phone charger that nobody includes in the box anymore because capitalism.
No. Yeah,
Dude, there's
but
no specs on it.
That is
There's
it.
no
Yeah,
spec on
no
that.
specs.
we were talking about that earlier. Yeah, what is it? 65, 40? Like, what is it?
Ye-
I don't know.
It's super important. Okay, so remember back then the problem with the Switch was that it wasn't USB-C compliant. That means that hey, look, there's a hole and what I have fits in it. Let's shove it in there.
Right.
You can clip that. Yeah, gosh.
Definitely clip that
So-
one.
I don't
But
think
yeah,
like
so-
that. My
Got 'em,
mind's not that
folks, you
dirty.
got 'em.
The USB-C compliance matters because people were destroying their Switch, right?
Yeah.
So now we have like, I hope it's USB-C compliant, and if it is, then you're good to use anything you want. But to power it and use it correctly for like dock mode and all that stuff, you need to sell the right hardware, right? So if you're going to sell a USB-C cable and the charging brick, it has to work in the dock and power it correctly. Because people are going to say, "Hey, I'll have my own phone charger. I'm just going to connect it." Oh, it's not working, right?
Yeah.
So if they added specs, then no one really cares. But right now you're selling, what is it? Oh, $35?
Yes.
30.
No, $29.99.
29 a $30 charging brick, is it?
Yeah,
It's a
and a
cable.
cable. And a cable.
Yeah, so it's just it's crazy to think. I mean, dude, it's just I don't know.
It's got to be 65 watt and better be compliant.
Yeah, it has to be. But even then, the Steam Deck, what is it? Steam Deck needs 40 watts.
Right.
Isn't it 40
For
watts?
the Steam Deck OLED is 45. So
Yeah, but here's the
I
thing.
don't see the one for the Switch being any bigger than that.
That's what I'm saying.
You
So if
charge a
it's
MacBook
45,
with a 30-watt charger. So
What if it is more though? Because it's more powerful. I mean, that's a conversation we can have later.
because
I
that
can tell you this: if you look back up at the dock, it seems to come with this same exact one.
Yeah, of course.
So this is the one we're getting in the box too, the 2-piece.
Yes.
Like this is
Yeah.
like what came with the freaking like
with the original. But
MetaQuest.
Speaking of the dock, it is
it's like the same
109
thing.
109, so $110 for the dock. Just keep on going with
Yeah.
the list.
because it has internal bits.
It's got a fan. Drip and I called that. We saw the
Oh, and we even called how it was in there. We had everything. Good job
nailed-
on that, by the
that
way.
was our members podcast. Nobody really saw it
We were
except
like,
for
listen,
members.
it's going to be fit in like right here because see, it comes up right here and it's going to like dude. I'm very proud. of that. We did good with that.
Virtual high five, buddy. Come on, let me have it. There we go. Good job.
That's good.
Uh,
We nailed that one.
109, so it's a little expensive, but hopefully it's comes with that 65 watt charger at least. I'm really betting on that. Jeff, I know you think it's more like 40, which is logical. I just hope it's more than that because that's
How much was the old dock? $80?
I think so. I think it was
70?
like 80.
Yeah, it's a big
Oh,
increase.
$110
$79.99,
dock.
I think.
Yeah, $110 dock.
Big increase. What was
Dude, honestly, at that point, look, this is what's crazy. If you're considering buying a $100 dock, I'd probably just buy another Switch. I just buy another Switch,
right?
dude.
well, not for $450 though. Are you kidding me? Like,
I mean,
Well, yeah,
God,
but think of it like this:
come
who has
on.
more than one Switch?
yeah,
You guys only have one Switch.
No,
yeah.
I
Well,
sold a lot of mine, but
like,
there's still like 4 in my house.
Eventually, you're
But, like,
gonna
you could
get another
buy-
one, and eventually, you're gonna have another dock.
Yeah, but a Steam Deck dock, or like just a USB-C dock, generally costs less,
Yes,
way
yes.
less than that. So I mean, I would just buy a
Your
USB-C
Genki
dock.
Covert dock.
Yeah, man. Yeah, even
Yeah.
that.
Well, oh, so that's a big thing too. If this is USB-C compliant and they're using like DP through USB-C,
Mhm.
that's gonna be a third-party ocean of accessories right there.
Can't
dude.
wait. Can't wait.
That's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, I hope
Good.
so. That'd be great
Yeah,
because there's some awesome accessories that Nintendo. There's no reason for Nintendo to make a $200 dock, like like Razer made one for the Steam Deck, but it's
Yeah.
like it's great. It's a high quality dock. So
Have you tried the AverMedia dock that's also a capture card?
yes, I have that. I haven't tried it.
I
have
just
it.
I just
I have
started
it.
using it the other day. That thing is really,
Dude,
really cool.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, like that's it. The thing about stuff like that, like, because a lot of us, yeah, you're right. Like we've had third-party docks, and a lot of these things are rated already for like 4K. You know what I mean? Like the Switch
Yeah.
dock, it's the original one's not. Like it's not going to do what this one can do. But these other ones, we're already ready for it as long as we're good, as you say. Like if we're USB-C compliant, then these other ones should be fine, right?
Yeah, I mean, it needs DP over what's it called? DP alt mode, which is what the Steam Deck uses, and most of these devices use now. It's like the most common thing. They like doing proprietary things for safety reasons sometimes. So
Safety reasons.
I don't know if it's actually safe. You know what I mean? Because it's a USB-C port. But I'd love for them to just be like, you know what? It's DP alt mode. Go to freaking town, dude. Go
I
to
wonder when
town.
we're gonna find that out.
Maybe never.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Tears it apart.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Spawn
probably a
wave.
teardown. Dude, Genki are the guys who figured it, did the science, and they did they released a freaking report. Do you guys remember that? They released a report on like how it's not USB-C compliant, and that's how that term got drilled into my head.
Wow.
But yeah, I think wait for Genki to get one, and then all of a sudden you'll get the
That's
full
cool.
report
Speaking
there.
of the
looking for that.
floodgate of like third-party docks, I mean, this one I got from Drip here. This is like a
that's a cool
SNES
one.
style Goalie Kit dock.
Gully Kit, yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it's a cool one.
I hope I can use this, and maybe they'll make some more like a
Yes, I never
N64
used that.
or GameCube dock for
That's
the
cool,
Switch.
though.
I mean, that cool.
Hey,
that
can
stuff
we
would be-
talk about the cinema quality camera that Nintendo has put out for us?
Yes, I was going right there, Drip, because I was going to say with my segue, you can show me your dock with the new Nintendo Switch 2 camera. That is not interesting.
Dude, listen, as a photographer, videographer, someone who's been doing this for
you said you
upwards of 14
wanted
years
this.
at this
You
point.
said you wanted this.
I'm gonna throw away my Sonys and I'm gonna start using this. It's fantastic. I will say this. I am gonna do a video. I bet you $1,000 I can make this look good. I bet you
yeah, dude,
anything.
it's lighting.
Of course you can. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, this can look good. Yes, it's light.
So
Yes,
with
of course, it's lighting.
with
Yeah, we'll do
3-point
the-
lighting,
I ain't even going
using these
3-point. I'm gonna do,
$1,000 of
like,
lights.
4-point, like, dude, we're gonna do some crazy shit. And I'm gonna
Yeah,
make it look
man.
unreal. I'm gonna do a whole video on it. Like, don't let anybody talk shit on your Nintendo camera. I'll show you how to make it look cool.
It's
No,
it's
this
fi-
thing's an
it's 50
absolute
bucks.
piece of shit, though. It's a piece of shit. This is like a
Dude.
$30 webcam that you get at Walmart.
30?
Yeah. Oh,
That's generous. Probably
That's generous.
guys, I realized what I was talking about earlier.
Oh,
There was something similar. I told you there was a webcam
yeah.
I bought. Remember? It was
Yeah.
the PS5's webcam, guys.
Oh, yeah.
You see what I'm saying? How
I
like
never messed
just
with
people
that. Was it any
forgot about
good?
it. No, I put it in the video and I completely forgot about it. I was like, here it is. Here's that. Was it the webcam? Or was it something else?
Holy
I think
shit,
it was a
forgot
webcam.
They put
It
a
must have been.
webcam out. I forgot they did that.
yeah.
Let me see. Hold on. Let me find it. But
Because it was all the matchy white with the
yeah, the HD camera, which is like hilarious to use HD as something that's worth
720p HD.
Yeah, so that was out there
Damn
for like
liars.
a day, and then it was gone. And that's the deja vu I got. I was like, I'm gonna buy this to feature it, and just box it. There's no
I've
reason
already
for it
said
at all.
half the shit I'm gonna buy to do a video on, and I'm sending it back where it came from. I'm gonna make sure I keep all the receipts. I don't want this. If
No,
I
I
know
don't think
anything
anyone
from
does,
the
man.
Switch, yeah, like if I know anything from doing all this with the Switch One, I really don't need a closet full of more stuff that I don't use. I'm gonna take it back, let somebody else be back on the shelves for somebody else to use because I'm not going to. But
Let me
I do have video ideas with the camera.
Let me rapid fire with just the last two accessories. We guys only got two more. We got the Nintendo Switch 2 carrying case and screen protector, which is 35 ducks. Ducks? Wow. Quack, quack. Also, it's dude.
That's a deal.
I mentally checked out at 4 p.m. today. I'm sorry. Not
know.
by
It's fine.
choice.
You're doing- hey,
not by
you're doing
choice.
great.
Not by choice.
You're doing
I
fantastic.
clocked out and unintentionally. So yeah, $35 for that, and Nintendo Switch 2 all-in-one carrying case for $80, which I think
it's
is
expensive,
actually.
but
it looks nice.
it does look
It's,
nice.
it's a
I was gonna
cube,
say.
dude. They should have
Yeah.
called it a cube.
The GameCube.
looks-
It's the GameCube. You put your game in the cube.
I mean, I have to be honest. I really do like the way it's set up. Like
Yeah, it's nice.
when you see the inside shot of, I like it. I
Actually,
do like that. I
probably
am
worth.
gonna be
To be
getting
honest
that
with you,
one.
your $500 investment would be worthy to spend $80 on to keep it safe when you're traveling. So, not a bad deal. There's worse deals on this list than that. That's actually as long as it's like somewhat protective and not just complete garbage, soft. As long as it's somewhat has some rigidity to it. It's
I
gonna be fine.
wonder who actually manufactures it. I wonder that.
I think it's
wonder if
official.
Is
I
it
think
like
it's official
their-
because
Yeah.
they know the numbers. They know like what is selling like bonkers because of their official third-party stuff, right? So they're like, dude, we're just gonna make the stuff that is basic and that we can make until the end of its lifetime.
Yeah, and
Because
then
if you think
charge
about it-
people to make the rest with our logos
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah. So I hope it is because normally they would do like there was another brand. It was PDP and Power A, and there was another starts with an R. I always forget it.
The one with the weird bird is their logo.
Yes, that one. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
on
don't
like in every GameStop.
God, what is it?
Forgot what
It's
it
three
is.
letters, isn't it? R
RDS.
something?
RDS,
Yes,
isn't it?
that's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, dude, yes, but I gotta go.
All good,
Okay,
Jeff.
but,
Really appreciate you being here, dude.
Thanks for having me, everybody.
All good, man. Guys, make sure to go follow
Yeah.
Jeff on Jeff Tordvania, Twitch, all the good stuff. Good guy. Always in the chat, hanging out with us.
Yeah, this thing looks pretty nice.
Which thing?
The cube. It
The
looks
cube.
nice.
The cube's nice. Not mentioning the Tom Talk stuff though. I can't wait to see what Tom Talk's got in store for
Yeah,
us.
dude. Got one. I'm telling you, it's big. It gives you some. It gives you some idea of what this thing's actually going to look like in your hands. I mean, it's
Yeah. By the way, that would have been a killer segue for a sponsor that we don't have tonight.
tonight. Hey,
Tonight.
We're working on that. Don't you
Tom
worry.
Talk, call me. No. Actually,
Come up with
we
sponsors, dude.
we're already calling them. They're already in our DMs.
I'm
Tom
talking.
Talk.
Yeah, dude,
We had Tom Talk like 2 years ago. We Tom Talk.
We're talking, man. We're getting stuff worked
We're
out.
flirting.
Big month. Big
Yeah,
month.
yeah.
Let's go. Let's go. All right. What else are we moving to here?
I don't know. I mean, this is the Sergio show. Now he's more prepared than I am.
Yeah.
So go with it,
Let's
man.
go.
What do you got?
Okay, so NS Online, let me see. NS Online supporting all consoles. So this is like my wish list item, okay? I'm getting the idea that the big thing for me are digital game libraries. They're huge, right? So in other words, I used to collect games and now I'm not gonna be able to do that, but I can't collect digital games. In other words, The games I have for the Nintendo Switch Online, well, Nintendo Switch, I can play on here,
Mhm.
hopefully, right? Um, Eventually, that's not going to be the case because of backwards compatibility issues, right? So one of the things that's on my wish list that I want to see them do, and I'm sort of getting hints of, is with the Nintendo Switch Online. You know how they have like the emulation, right? So they have like the NES now up to the GameCube, and I was like,
Yeah.
wait a second. This is actually really smart. What they can do is pretty much give us emulators for every console, like what 2, 3 generations back,
Mhm.
and pack all the games on there. And if they wanted to, they can resell those games. And then all of
Yeah.
a sudden, you have this massive library of games that are accessible on all their consoles. That would
Yeah, no
be
matter
an
how far we get.
insane. Yeah, because right now, if you have a Steam Deck, dude, I have like over 1,000 games on Steam, right? And I can access that to some extent on that on the handheld.
Yeah,
So
and they're
that's what I want
working
to
to
see them
make
do.
most of that stuff work on there. I mean, they've come a long way with all of it working on there. I mean, there's from where they
It's not
started to
easy
where
for
they are
them,
now,
yeah.
it's a lot. And that would be great. Something like that. I mean, that is that's the thing that does kind of worry me with what they're doing with the just the digital games. I mean, I still want to be digital. Like I'm all digital. I've been digital through the Switch. I have a digital PlayStation 5. Like I don't want boxes. I don't want discs. I don't want any of it. I got rid of my well, I didn't get rid of it, but I put it all in one big case and put it in the cloud. My DVD,
Yeah.
Blu-ray collection. Like I don't want boxes anymore.
I want
I took
Blu-rays.
them
Give me
down.
all the
They're all in a
Blu-rays.
big giant case. Like I love the fact that I don't have any physical games. Like everything's on my put a 1 terabyte card in my Switch. Like
You're done.
everything's there. It's all good.
Yeah.
I just like what you're saying. Like it's just there is going to be a time when it's like you can't get them because they're just not there anymore.
Yeah, and that's problematic because if you think back to the 3DS, like remember once they closed the eShop, of course they're doing it because they're like, dude, no one's using it anymore. It's
Yeah.
it's about time, and we're gonna close it, right? But like game preservation wise, if you want to go back to it, game preservation is pretty much emulation and just downloading ROMs. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Like, if there's no people want to talk about the ethics of it. It doesn't matter what you say. That's what it is right now, right? So if Nintendo is smart enough to like make these games accessible, like for example, a new Zelda came out and you want to what's the story behind it or whatever. You can play the old ones, just go on NS Online and it's
Yeah.
right there. Go to the console, here's the game. Boom. That kind of
That's crazy,
accessibility
man. Up
would
to now,
be
yeah.
massive.
Up to
Would be
now, it's up to
massive for them.
GameCube. Like you have
Yeah.
every single one from the beginning to GameCube. That's a lot. Like that's
Yeah.
a lot.
So keep adding titles to it. Like even, dude, it's worth considering reaching out to all these other, the other companies they worked with, the IPs, to like get those licensing agreements to sell some of those games. Because right now what they're doing is like, hey, look, they're working at a streaming deal or some kind of stuff, right? So it's like every time someone buys, uses a game, you get a cut of the, subscription or something, right?
Yeah.
But if there's like a licensing issue where someone says, I don't want to put my game on there, it's not going to make any money. Well, sell it. Go ahead and sell a $5 game or something on there. And
Yeah.
then all of a sudden you have a reason to use your console again for like retro games. And then you're locked into the Nintendo Switch even more, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to tell G like it was a couple years ago when the whole game preservation thing was like a big conversation. I mean, it still is, but it was one of those times where it was like really coming up. It's like there should be some place like, and I know it would be a lot and it would be a crazy thing, but like there should just be some giant place where there are servers that it's dedicated to game preservation. Like it's like the hall of games. It's just server
Yeah.
on server on server where
If only there was
everything that's
a
ever been created is there
archive
in this place.
of the gaming variety .org. I wish there was a place like that. Unfortunately, those places get taken down and
Yeah.
raided virtually because these companies are greedy.
They'll never get my lunch. Wait, my launch box. I keep saying lunchbox every dang time. You know Launchbox, right?
What?
You guys don't emulate Launchbox?
Dude, I
Oh,
tried.
dude.
That's why I got a Steam Deck. Couldn't figure out how to get any of it running, and I was like, I'm done.
Get
This is pissing me
Launchbox,
off.
just so you know how crazy it is. Launchbox, you could pretty much it's like a front end for all your ROMs. So you
Okay.
could put like all the ROMs you have associated with like their consoles, and it's super pretty.
Okay.
And then you can make it so it's cloud. It's a cloud-based system that runs off your computer with some other services. So in other words, you can play your ROMs on any device, stream it. So when you play and
What?
you save, it's in the cloud, like on your
Dude.
computer.
I did.
So then you can jump
Wow.
off from like TV to your phone to this to that, dude. And that is something you can do yourself, and it costs almost nothing. Now, if Nintendo makes that accessible, then all of a sudden people are like, I don't care to pirate. This is so easy to get. Imagine, like you said, dude, like a timeline. It's like, oh, want to play the original Zelda? Just remind them at the beginning of a game. Tap the button. You can go into the original Zelda and catch up with a timeline or something like that. That stuff is what I want to see Nintendo go all in on, because right now, you know, there's a lot here. There's a lot here, but I want like a little more, just a little more to tie it back to their old stuff in some way.
Yeah. I mean, it's totally valid.
Yeah, well, I mean, with what they do, taking stuff down, going after people that emulate. If you're gonna go after it that hard, like give a solution.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
give a solution. If you're going to go after people,
that's all people like me
ruin
want.
people's lives for doing it.
Yeah.
Give them a solution so they don't have to do it, because it's not like you're selling it.
Yeah.
Like up
and
until
they can, dude. They can sell it, and that's the thing. You don't
Easy.
have to just give it away. You should sell it then if you
Well,
want.
yeah, they try to hold it back.
It's called Virtual Console, friends. It's called Virtual Console or NSO online. Even the NSO can be the same thing as long as they include more games. But like, just bring back freaking Virtual Console.
Oh yeah, they
and
got
sell
Sega
us,
on board.
And sell us like
they can
90,
get other companies
I
on
know
board
there
too.
some games you can't bring back because of licensing, stuff like that. I get all that, but just bring back the other 90% that can be brought back. Where are they at?
Yeah. Yeah, it's really sad. It's sad.
I would pay for it. I don't want to emulate.
Speaking of
I have
paying
to
for
emulate
it,
sometimes, you know?
Speaking of paying for it, let me ask you guys this. How do you feel about 450?
I called it, dude. I expected it.
You did.
Oh,
You
I will
said it
say,
would be more.
this is what's crazy to me is that what they did with Mario Kart is actually, I think, a marketing move. It's very marketing. Think
100%.
about it, because the
Oh, yeah.
price as an individual game is crazy high. But this is their, hey, let's test the waters, right? Because I guarantee you, people are still going to buy it at that full price. But it's of course making it so, hey, that $500 console seems a lot more worth it now that you told me that I get a discount
Right.
by with the game.
But
Oh,
So it's
but
kind of
they're angling this whole thing just so they can start setting up this new Mario Kart right now to be the best-selling game on this console. They've already started day one.
Yeah. But there's
This
a
will
big
be
but.
the
already
holiday,
is on the
this will be the
Switch.
holiday pack-in, and there'll be, I'm sure they're going to do the same. This will be every year. This will be a holiday pack-in, guaranteed.
But there's a big but that I want to talk about because there's a lot of
big butts.
Come on, man, don't distract you. I'm already loopy as it is.
You're doing it, man.
Distract
You're doing
me.
it. Go,
I'm
go,
married.
talk.
I'm married.
Yeah.
There's I think I lost what I was talking about. No, what were you just talking?
The big but.
No, before that, what were you just talking about? You got me. What were we talking about?
We were talking about 450 Mario Kart.
Oh, the bundle, the
World.
$500 bundle. So I've read on Twitter, and there's a lot of misinformation right now, a lot of inaccurate, non-official stuff, and people floating a bunch of stuff around. So I'm not sure what's true at this point, but I heard that the $500 bundle is a not limited edition, just limited. There's not it's not like readily available like the $449 bundle, if you will be. So that makes it so only so many people are going to be able to get their hands on that bundle. I think it's actually genius marketing in the other direction because it's making you think, right? Oh, what a deal. And then it runs out and you can't buy it anymore. And then Nintendo just gets $30 more out of you. That's what I think that's the genius marketing. It's making you think you're going to get a deal, but then you missed out. Now you got to give Nintendo $30 more. They're like weaseling away, laughing at you maniacally.
I can see both sides of it. One, because once people get the bundles, they're going to highly review Mario Kart. Everyone's going to say, it's incredible. It's awesome.
Of course.
So then if it's not available, I can see people saying, okay, I'm going to buy it, even if it's $80. Why? Because all my friends are playing, I'm not. But also remember, Mario Kart is, I think to this day, the highest selling game on the Switch.
By about 20 or 30,000 units.
It ain't.
So they're going to want to beat that record.
No, I'm sorry, not
on
1,000.
here.
Million.
Not 1,000. Million, yes.
Yeah.
I believe
So
it's around the 74 million.
Animal Crossing's like 50.
73?
Yeah, Animal Crossing's like 50 something.
Animal Crossing's at 50. It's
That's
two.
the one and
Yeah.
the two. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I mean, yeah. Well, think about it. They sold it from 2017. It was later in 2017 when it came out. A little bit later. It was like summer or something like that. They sold it all that year, packed it in every single year during Christmas time with a Switch, and are still continuing to do that every single year. And I mean, God, it's just good, man. They doubled the
DS
tracks
too, man. The 3DS too. I remember seeing so many freaking bundles with Mario Kart all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, and that one was good too. That Mario Kart's always just been good.
Yeah, it's always been fun. It's a
This
pick up and
looks-
play kind of game.
Yeah, I mean this, Cal's grinding on telephone wires, I mean, they sold me
On a
that. I'm done.
motorcycle. You have
On
to
a
have
motorcycle,
the motorcycle.
yeah.
Okay, otherwise it sounds weird. Those
It's-
udders just grinding like that's gross.
Yeah, don't do that. That's not appropriate in any way.
Yeah, I got nothing at this point. I mean, there's plenty more we could talk about. I just,
Oh, God, I know. There's
I'm
so
not
much
driving.
more.
Drip, you're driving.
Okay, here, I'll give you one more.
Drip, you're
No,
officially my
I have a
DD. You're
lot,
my
but-
DD, Drip, and then this is Sergio's show. So I'm just here for
No,
fun.
I'm kidding, by the way, but I have an infinite list, so yeah, whatever you guys
You
want.
got one more? One more. Give me one more
Oh.
good one for the road.
My big one is UI UX. I love a good interface, and I don't like the Switch interface.
No, I
dude,
hate
at
it.
all, man.
And it's the same.
And also that includes the eShop. Okay, guys, that's a part of it. Man.
Oh, dude, that's two of my biggest unanswered questions. eShop, huge issues that need solved there.
I don't
We got
care.
no answers on that.
I literally did not buy games because of how bad the eShop experience was. Like there's moments where I was like, dude, I'm done. And I just like,
I know.
go
I
home
went
and
on
that's
there
all.
the other day because I got a code from somebody and I had to go on there and you go down and put the code in. I'm like, gee, what the fuck is happening here? This is insane. Like just to
Yeah,
get
that's
the
really
game to
bad.
pop up so I can say, yes, please download it so I can leave.
Yeah.
Like, holy
Take
crap.
my money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just let me get out of here. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
bad. That's terrible. No word on that. You're right. And yeah, the one screenshot we saw of the UI is basically
It's the same thing. Yeah.
it's the same.
And I mean, also, did you guys play the 3DS? I think some of you mentioned it or not.
yeah.
So you know that UI is one of my favorites.
Yeah,
If
it
you
was
have
good.
a UI, if you have a UI where you can tinker with it and play with it, all of a sudden you're like playing the UI. Like you're spending
Yes.
time in that ecosystem, and you get this kind of like, this is my home. I'm gonna come here and play my games. And
Yeah, you can move your
oh,
stuff
the
around
stickers
and,
and all that stuff. There's something about it that makes it like, oh, I want to dive into it, right? There's nothing there. It's just hollow and simple, which is intentional, by the way. But and then
Yeah.
you can add things like achievements to that too. Like achievements
Oh,
aren't.
it
a thing
sounds like
on
we're
there, but-
getting those, but they're going to be locked to the phone app.
Yeah, so that's
Freaking
yeah.
phone app, man. I mean,
They're
why-
really pushing this phone
the
app.
GPS
still.
thing is really cool in Breath of the Wild: Tears of the Kingdom. I love
It is.
that.
That
But there
very
is
cool.
absolutely no reason why the voice, like when Zelda comes and talks to you when you get to a location. You guys see that? It wasn't in the direct; it was in the trailer they put out after. Like Zelda, or
Oh,
like, you know, yeah.
the memories, but it's actually like the people talking and like telling you a
Yes.
story. That's cool.
Why
I
that
really
is
like
not
that.
in the game? It's an MP3 file. Why is that not in the freaking game when you step on a particular
Listen,
blade of
Chief,
grass near?
You're getting
the
4K
area?
60. Can you just shut up?
Like
all right.
the app is cool. Don't get me wrong; it's cool for some quirky things, and I'll use it like once in a blue moon. But come on, guys, like put that in the game.
This is stuff that actually makes me want to use the app, though.
Like, God forbid
Yeah.
Nintendo voice acts like Zelda games more. Like, God forbid.
It's one of my favorite things they did on PlayStation, and Xbox did it recently as well. Dude, if you have kids, if you see kids playing these games, my kid gets really pissed off at puzzles sometimes, and I can't always help him with it. But if
I
he
get pissed
goes
off at puzzles.
and pops up a guide, and that it's easily accessible,
Yeah,
dude, you get him through that, and then he's gonna play the rest of it. You know,
Yeah.
so I love that stuff.
Totally in favor. I agree. Totally in favor of that. It's just like that particular thing rubbed me the wrong way. I'm like, that's
I know, yeah.
that should just
It's
be in
weird.
the game. Why is that in the
Yeah.
app?
Yeah, well, they've already had to take the chat out of the app. Okay, they're trying to find other ways to get it, to be used. At least these are better ways, and these are better ways to use the app than voice chat. I would
Yes.
much rather these things be in there than voice chat.
Not
Yeah.
not the voiceover. That's not.
No, that should be in the game.
It should
It's
be in the
fine.
game.
I love the GPS. I'm sorry, I love the GPS thing. That's
Okay. Okay. I'm not gonna make it. I am like fading fast here. Quack quack.
I
So
can see it.
yeah, I'm trying my best here. I apologize. I'm not my A game for you tonight,
I'm
Sergio.
joking.
No, I bet you can see. I see it in myself. I can't.
Hey,
I can't.
You need a stimulant.
I'm like,
you need a stimulant.
I drank my beer already, man. It's gone.
That's not a stimulant.
Yeah,
It's
you're
it's
right.
not.
It is.
Yeah, it's like the
No.
opposite.
Well,
Well, I don't know.
but,
I had my NyQuil.
Wait. Sharp.
I just chugged a
I just
NyQuil.
helped
No,
the Sharpie.
God,
There you
That's
go.
a
stop
podcast.
doing that. Yeah, that's That's
Oh
not
shoot!
no.
No, don't do that. Don't.
I-
Jesus.
We should do an episode where we chug an entire bottle of NyQuil and see who lasts the longest
Yeah, forget the one chip
On
challenge.
launch.
Forget the one
On
chip
launch.
challenge. Yeah, like chug
Yeah,
NyQuil.
on launch. Oh, dude, do it at the
Oh,
Best Buy. Oh,
God.
that's another thing. Best Buy is doing the midnight release,
Yes.
so we can
I'm
meet up at
looking
a Best
yeah.
Buy and do NyQuil.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
that would be so funny.
Do
That'd be so funny.
NyQuil.
Yeah, we're gonna do NyQuil. Listen, that was a thing back in the day. Don't even.
Yeah, because you it's crazy
we're-
cats
we're not-
you were
we're not even
with
gonna get
running
started on that.
around.
But I'm wondering. That is one thing I do want to talk about before we go over the. I'm wondering if there's going to be any other midnight things going on.
I think Circuit
see-
City is doing one.
Oh yeah, man, Circuit City.
I'm sorry. Wait, hold the phone. Are you joking right now, or is
Yes,
this
that's a
okay?
joke.
I was gonna say, when did they come back from the dead? I didn't hear about this.
Oh.
KB Toys
Radio
is
Shack's
doing
coming
KB
back, dude.
Toys, yes.
Listen, Radio Shack's coming back. It's possible.
EB Games across the nation is they're all Switch 2s day one.
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, Best Buy's doing it. That's cool. GameStop's gonna do at least the in-store. They don't say anything about midnight yet, but I mean, I'm guessing tomorrow we're probably gonna hear about if anybody else is gonna do it. They should, man. Bring it back. Let's do this midnight stuff. Let's go get in line and have a good time.
I know, dude. I did that for Tears of the Kingdom.
Strangers.
I did that to get my collector's edition at GameStop. That was the most fun I've had, most fun game experience not involving playing a game I've done in a very long time. It was just what a joy.
Fight.
There were so many people there. Everyone was cosplaying. I didn't get the memo.
Fight in the line. Yeah, let's do it.
It was great. It was incredible. I yearn for that again. And I mean, back in the day, Halo, go to midnight release for Halo, Call of Duty, like bring it back. Let's do it.
Yeah. Speaking of that, no Microsoft.
Yeah, weird absence. And yeah, I was gonna say no Sony, but that's actually not a weird absence. But
we could go on
Microsoft
forever.
is
I keep
weird
bringing
absence.
this stuff up. It's
I
okay.
know.
End it, G. End it.
We didn't cover everything, and I think it was impossible to do that because it was literally an hour. We could have just played the hour-long thing and then started, and it would be just as long as this, if not longer. Because like, man, there's too much to go over from this. But
Well, listen, just remember tomorrow and the next day we have
tree houses. Yes,
So that's where we're gonna get a lot of the details.
Yeah, I was gonna stream those. I might just stream Fridays because man, I at this point I'm not sure when I'm waking up tomorrow. So
What time do they start tomorrow?
early
Oh,
again.
I think it's 10.
Yeah,
It's
early
not,
enough.
It's not 9. It's an hour after. you know.
Early
Sick.
enough.
Okay. Well, G, if you're not streaming it, I'm streaming it. I'm gonna sit here all day and watch that shit.
You told me earlier that you weren't gonna be here. You said in and out. That's part of the reason why I said I wasn't gonna stream it.
No. I'll be here. Yeah.
Well,
Tomorrow,
how
sure.
about you stream it
Friday, no.
on the pod
Today
channel?
or tomorrow, yeah.
You stream the pod channel instead of me, and then I'll hop in and out because I also got to edit your video.
Okay.
Yeah, you do that. I'll hop in and out, and then
Sounds good.
okay.
Fair enough.
Guys, too much to go over. What a long day. I wish I was more prepared for this, but I mean, honestly, there's no preparing for this. It's just too much to go over. I'm still not over in the imprisoning war. Seriously, I'm not over it. Chat, you guys have been amazing tonight. Thanks for hanging out. Sergio, of course, really appreciate your presence here tonight. This is the Sergio show tonight. I should just rename the podcast tonight. It's your show.
It's my fault.
And you
It's my
brought it. And of course, Jeff. Don't forget Jeff. Make sure to follow Jeff over in his socials. And Sergio, you tell the people where you can find you.
It came from a box. That's it. That's all I got.
There you go. It's one of my favorite
I
channels.
hate Twitter, so I don't want to use Twitter anymore.
I hate Twitter, but
I've stopped with everything else.
I
just read it.
Before-
I just read it.
Yeah.
That's it.
before
I have a YouTube channel. Find me there. Yeah.
But before Elon went nuts, I decided, I got to pick one social media, so I'm going to use Twitter. And then he bought it, and it was insane after that. So, but I'm like, I've committed to this. I got to keep using it to try to do something.
Yeah, you're in.
You're
I'm
taking
not
the hit
in.
for all of us.
Yeah, I'm trying.
He's drinking the Kool-Aid.
Get your refrigerators off the road, everybody. And what a good that's a Cybertruck joke. And we're gonna see you guys next week. What a fun day.
Later.
Hey guys.
Okay.
You do the